Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Glassbreakers Guild and another episode of the Valley Campaign. We are happy to have you guys with us. We are unfortunately short a Daniel, so we won't have our great big Dragonborn with us this evening. Work called, unfortunately, and we've all decided he needs a new job. I'm sure he has as well, but anyway. We are glad you guys are here, and we're glad we have everyone else around the table so that we can continue with the misadventures of our particular party. Before we get started, as always, just a few quick reminders. All of the video content that we produce does wind up on YouTube eventually. I know I'm behind just a little bit, but we will get caught up on that before too much longer. I just have to check my notes and see what I need to get uploaded. But mostly, I do try to stay on top of that. Everything eventually winds up on YouTube, so go out there, hit like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications, and once I do finally get everything uploaded, you'll know it. We do also run a Discord server to let you guys know when the schedule changes or there are any updates to it. I've used it a couple of times in the last couple of weeks because apparently I couldn't get my stuff together for one of the pre-recorded sessions. So if you were paying attention to Discord, you would have seen that. Yeah, not proud of those little moments, but you will... if you're part of the Discord server, you will be aware of those things as they happen, and you'll always know when we are, in fact, broadcasting our schedule. In terms of the schedule, we do try to do, generally speaking, 2 episodes a week. One of them is pre-recorded. We've got 3 separate series that we are running that we have recorded in advance. Those will run on Sunday afternoons, evenings, around 6:30 Mountain Time. And then, of course, we have our Monday night live sessions that you are tuned into right now. If you're ever confused about that, again, check out the Discord server. I think that is all the announcements I'm going to do. I am, however, going to do a real quick shout out because we ran into them the other day at the Utah Ren Fair. But Wyvern Warfare is out there. They're really cool guys. They make really nice burlwood and acrylic dice trays and doing acrylic dice as well. All kinds of fun stuff. Really cool guys. Utah local. And we are not sponsored by them. We're just giving them a real quick shout out.
I mean, at this point, we might as well be. We
yeah,
have their stuff.
Right, exactly. There's how many of them around the table right now?
3.
So
5.
5.
Oh, Braden's like
5. So we have 5 of
and then plus the one I bought at their first convention. So that
we
is
have
an
5.
Original.
5 of them
But I gave
around
it to
the
Keith
table
because he won the Christmas bonus.
Really cool guys, really fantastic products. So go check them out. wyvernwarfare.something. Com. So there you go.
Hi, Marius.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good job making it on
All
time
right.
and stuff.
Only because we
I
were
don't
late.
think I've got anything
fair.
else. Are there any other announcements around the table?
It was Braden's birthday.
Yes.
Was Braden's birthday this past
It
week?
was my birthday. Not
So,
too
happy
long ago,
birthday
yeah.
to
Literally
Braden.
the day after last week's stream, Braden.
So
For
Thank
being
you.
born.
he gets an
Thank
inspiration
you.
for being born. There you go. Also, just as a quick reminder to the players at the table, on the table we've got 1 character advantage, 1 tier 2 bardic inspiration, and a DM advantage in my pocket. So
I was actually looking for something on the table.
And I
that
think
you were
that,
talking about.
that there's also a automatic successor deciding what happens.
yes, there is a deal with the devil.
There is a deal with the devil
floating around
currently
out there
on the table.
as well to be played. So we'll have to see when and if those things come into play. But that I don't need the center. I can do this now. Yeah. So if nobody else has anything else announcement-wise,
I look very tanned on stream right now.
who
Right?
Very
would
tanned.
like to do a recap? of what happened last time?
There anyway.
It was very largely a planning session.
Yes. And like most of our planning session, became the whole session.
that is kind of how we roll. Let me see if I actually wrote this down. There's a possibility I did.
Let's see. I only have half a page of
So
notes.
if you don't, I have notes on all the important stuff.
I have some random numbers written down, as well as
So-
how do you reason with a bank question mark.
That's a good question.
In the midst of all our planning, what we learned is there is no way for us to be able to paralyze or poison the Mimic Bank. So we're just gonna have to go in and hope for the best. Lucas and Killian researched Mimic anatomy. Everybody else went out to acquire more Mimic coins so we could test some things on them. Rain decided to use magic to basically produce as much product for a factory as they make in like 4 months. And he came back to the hideout with 12,000 gold that he then split between all of us. So everybody got 1,721 gold pieces.
I bet you that's one of those numbers.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes it was.
1,100
At that, upon gold being dished out, Simi also realized she had not divvied out money from the the hostage rescue we resolved. So Simi also gave everybody 83 gold.
So you have -2, so you have 1,800.
Which brought us to everybody receiving 1,204 gold. That's
Yes.
what that other number was that
Yep.
was randomly written in my notes.
After doing this, we discovered that if enough gold coin mimics are put together, they will conglomerate into a larger mimic. And we decided that in order to fight the bank, in case we have to, we had the alchemists or the Merchants Guild bankroll Killian, and he created several explosives and divvied them out amongst the party.
I got a. Ooh, did I write it down? No.
I believe lighting the bank on
I
fire
got
was
one
mentioned
common explosive.
several times.
Yeah. And I have
Like maybe a small explosive.
Can Lyra deal fire or lightning damage?
Do you have your spell list on your phone?
Now is a really embarrassing time to admit that I still haven't picked the spells for this character.
This is a great time to point out that we may be fighting a thing that you'll only deal half damage if you're fighting with your weapon.
Your punishment for that is that I'm going to make you run through it right now.
Let's
All right.
So yes, Rain has the powerful explosive, which when it goes off deals 4d8 fire and 4d8 thunder damage. That is not 4d8 total. That is 4d8 of one and 4d8 of the other. So 8d8 total.
go. Right.
Lucas has the potent explosive, which deals 2d8 of fire and 2d8 of thunder, and Nyx has a common or a simple explosive, which deals 1d8 fire and 1d8 thunder, and if Lyra can cast fire or lightning magic, she'll have the last explosive.
I'll bet you he picked some for me.
Unfortunately, bards don't get a lot of attack spells.
Does she have her cantrips picked?
She does not.
If you give her firebolt,
Give me a second, and I
I'm
will.
pretty sure.
Cantrips.
I will work on that while you are continuing on.
Oh, also important to note for each of you who has explosives, your explosive, my friend, has a 20-foot radius effect.
That's good to know.
Lucas's explosive has a 15-foot radius effect, and your two explosives have a 10-foot radius effect. So,
1, 2.
yeah, there's one for you and one for her. So, don't be within that when you blow it up.
I'm trying.
Luckily, Firebolt has quite a bit of distance to it.
And it deals double damage to structures. I don't know how you're going to rule the Mimic bank if that happens, but it does deal double damage to structures.
We will find out, won't we?
I hope we don't, actually.
Yeah, like if everything goes well, I don't think we need to find that out this story.
Also, whenever you light them off, anything in the radius has to make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw.
Wow.
Yeah, so don't be in the radius. And I believe we ended walking into the bank was where we ended.
I think
I
I don't think so.
I may be wrong.
I think we ended.
We ended prepping for we had not done it yet.
Yeah.
Also, Stephanie, I really want to eat those.
The stars.
Yeah, they look delicious.
They really do. They look absolutely like.
I know better, but I want to eat them.
You
They're having fiber.
You can't technically eat fiber.
Okay. So you guys have made your plans, divvied up
And
explosives.
we taught Simi how to turn off the anti-magic field, because if things go south, her job is to run as fast as she can to that and turn it off.
And thankfully I run very fast, so hopefully it will be fast enough. Although if we are inside a stomach, I don't know how well that's gonna go. Well, I guess we'll find out. Just be charming AF. Everybody just turn on all of the good qualities you have and try
Oh,
to
yes,
sweet
That's
talk this
rich
mimic.
coming from me.
Yeah, I physically cannot be charming. I guess physically I can. I'm not an
I
ugly
can be
character, but
Okay, well, I'll do
Never
all the
mind.
talking.
That's terrible. It's not the
Please don't let me do all the talking.
All right.
like you could be amusingly persuasive, if nothing else.
I can do something.
Is Nyx proficient in intimidation?
No.
Oh, that's
Oh,
unfortunate.
really
I feel like
funny,
Nyx
though.
should be proficient in intimidation, given how
I think
often she
just
threatens
gets it
people.
by proxy.
Yeah, like-
What did she call it? The big dog energy?
My big dog privilege.
I love that.
Scary dog privilege. Or
Scary dog.
Scary dog.
Which do I have this structure?
Do you have what?
My scary dog privilege?
Is
Or
Kazakh going to be with us? Just
do I have to
un-
walk?
Or does he get waylaid?
Odds or evens?
Ooh, evens.
Okay. So that was a 6. So yeah, he's with you just on autopilot.
Okay, who's driving me up?
The autopilot.
The
is
autopilot
driving
is driving the
autopilot.
autopilot.
Hey, who's driving this locomotive?
All right, so all of your preparations and doing the things takes most of the day. Getting out, getting money, coming back, doing your research, making the explosives, getting it. So it's taken most of the day. By the time you're ready to do anything, you're pretty sure the bank's regular hours are up. So, what do you guys want to do?
It's not actually that big a deal.
yeah.
That's
we actually
actually
want to hit
probably a
it
good thing.
when the bank is closed.
So I leave it up to you.
So we go in right at close.
I think so, but during the day we need to stack all these boxes of mimic coins into several wheelbarrows to bring them with us.
I have this handcart.
Great,
'Cause
perfect.
That's how they got here in the first place. So
So us in our handcart, and we'll try and get there just as they're closing.
No one accosts us with these chests?
Hat
Or what are
boxes?
they? Are they hat boxes?
yeah.
Okay, never mind. Still, nobody.
Yeah,
nobody
we walk through
accosts
town
us.
in a handcart of hand boxes with with 7 armed individuals.
You guys are going to be the Costas equivalent of the mafia and the violin cases.
Yep.
I will say
What's in the boxes?
that because I'm smart enough to realize that we are heading through town slightly noticeable, I will use my disguise kit to try to make myself look a little different so that in case any falafel wanting guards happen.
Right! You charmed the guards to save
That's-
Simi.
I love it.
I have disguised myself.
Okay.
The inspiration was more for the fact that you remembered that and then took action than it was for anything else.
Is that because Stephen would have remembered and decided to let it play?
Oh yeah.
So I would like to think that I tried to make myself a man.
There's
Sort
another.
of like, like really,
Come here,
really
buddy.
made like attempt to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your disguise disguise kit will give you your proficiency bonus. Are you proficient in performance already?
No, I do not have that little checking mark.
Okay, so roll me your performance plus your proficiency because of your disguise kit.
Oh, I gotta find my dice. I need bigger dice. This is funny, and now it's not anymore.
You can
It's,
borrow some of mine.
it's all fun and games until you actually have to roll something.
Okay, so that was plus my my performance.
Performance plus your proficiency, which at this point should be a plus
Plus 4?
4. Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a
Next
14.
level.
Okay.
I have a plus 4 proficiency bonus,
Uh-huh.
and then do I add my skill? Or no?
Whatever you would add for your skill, yes.
2.
So that is an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20.
Okay. For the rest of you, you know that that's Nyx.
Yes.
But she does not look like Nyx. She looks like a... Actually, she looks like one of the workers from one of the Smooth Hands factories.
Keep out your dice.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Maybe keep the die.
I like
That's a solid plan.
just call me Knox if anyone asks.
I am the one who knocks.
He who knocks.
Lessons of hard knocks.
Oh, never mind. Just never.
Knocking hands. What?
I was about to. I think for this to be believable, you have to have a last name that ends in hands.
Knocking
Knox. Splinter hands.
I mean, we met Hammer Hands the other day, so.
Yeah, but splinter hands?
Splinter hands.
Splinter, like you're
splinter,
knocking
not
so hard that
splinter,
you
okay.
break the door.
Splinter
That's somewhat better.
Like the nemesis of the Ninja Turtle. I mean, the teacher of the Ninja Turtles.
I was about to like get you on that one, but you saved yourself.
Shredder
Lucky.
Hands?
Shredder hands. Yes, I'm ready then. I'm ready then.
Okay.
Ready.
So you guys are heading out.
We
The
want to
bank.
try and get there right as it's closing.
Okay.
Had to either make a deposit or a withdrawal.
Ignarius. I am also looking at a tough butter.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that earlier.
All right. So you guys
Go.
head off across town. The bank itself is across the river.
It's still where we left it.
Still where you left it.
Oh, thank
It is not
goodness.
just walked away.
It is still where you left it. Now, the problem is,
No.
it's not the only thing on that little square. There is a whole crowd of people outside the bank trying to get in.
Always a good.
Run on the bank.
Yeah.
And in fact, I would go so far as to say it's a mob.
No.
So this is where we need Kazakh to be our
scary
giant.
dog?
No, our giant. Our
Everybody
move!
Oh no, they found me.
You are the Brute Squad. I say we try and clear a path through so we can get into the bank.
Okay, so how are you trying to
I do have cloud kill.
how are you trying to do that?
No.
I,
I'm gonna say no.
I think the simplest way is just gonna we have this cart coming through.
I just turn the cart around so it's in front of me instead of behind me.
make
and
space, make way.
Start
Excuse
shoving
us.
my way
Cart
through.
coming, make way.
I'm gonna like bouncer it, you know, just try.
Yeah,
and
is it, if
make
we
myself
just
do it.
ask, do they move or?
Just asking, no.
I'll just start pushing, like, if ankles or toes are in the way, they're getting smashed.
I'll go in front of him in my in my full armor,
Steph,
hand
why
on my
did
weapon, and just start pushing people out
Why
of the
did
way.
he say Team Bride?
Oh.
These don't say Happy Birthday like I was told they were.
Oh, you know what? I thought they did. Oh,
Huh.
Well, it's too late now.
Team Bride, hello baby, happy graduation.
I was in a
Happy
hurry.
birthday.
Right?
like
Well,
a
that
big
says
hero.
Happy Birthday.
Well, there you go. This one's free. They can be Team Bride.
Sure.
I'm Team
All right.
Bride.
Man, I love.
say I'm also probably shouting because I'm assuming I'm in the Baby Bjorn.
Okay.
So I'm fully
Will
confident.
you allow
right
us
now.
a group intimidation?
I will allow a group intimidation check. Everyone except for Steven, who is in fact going to be making me an athletics check.
I'm like, move, get.
Oh god. I
Wow,
need to
that's-
do like
that's
a
pretty cool.
ritualistic cleansing of my dice because
What
they
is this,
started
sorry,
rolling
intimidation?
very poorly.
Intimidation.
Intimidation.
I rolled 3, like it's gonna help. Anyway.
Okay, that's a failure.
2.
17.
So that's a failure. 1 success.
18.
Woo.
2 successes.
11.
Yours is. Yeah,
Lance makes the difference.
yours is a failure.
13.
That's a failure. So you guys are trying to get through this mob, and for the most part, they're not paying attention to you. A few of the people that you run into, a few of the people that you're trying to, like, you guys are having to physically sort of wade in and try and move people around, but it's so tight, and they are so focused on the bank, and the tempers are flaring. It is unruly. It is like, this is bad, y'all. It is awful, and clearly these people are not happy.
Firefly.
It sounds an awful lot like they are upset that money is disappearing on them, and for the most part, people are claiming that they've gotten illusory coins, and that there is something that the bank either didn't catch or is knowingly putting out, and they're looking for restitution.
Do either Lyra or Rain, do either of you have magic that can make my voice really loud?
I do not. That would be more her.
No.
You could do that.
Chipper, I just read the blade.
But I do have mage hands.
You're not gonna ask
That's
me.
not what I pointed at.
I know.
I mean,
Just
that's
tickle
we're
everybody.
already, that's what we're already trying, and I'm not,
What's
so
the check?
fine.
Loudspeaker?
Well, just I got this.
I can just
Um,
yell.
Because I have.
That's what I'm gonna do.
enhance
And
ability.
Killian is gonna
Oh, I
pull
have
out his huge lightning blade,
Oh,
and he's gonna stab it into the ground. And when he does so, it creates the sound of a clap of thunder that is heard by everyone within 300 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see how that goes.
Sure. Well, let's see how it goes.
Don't roll it under the screen. Okay, so everyone within 80 feet of you just kind of ducks and looks up as though they're expecting there to be a storm cloud above them. Everyone for the next 80 feet beyond that, they don't duck, but they do look up and then back behind them to try and see where the noise emanated from.
So when they all, react to him, I need you to make a space so we can solve this problem.
I apologize to anyone we just deafened.
Yep.
it's mostly Logan. He's, partially deaf anyway.
Ah. I would apologize, Logan, but I feel like you're probably alright.
So you have their attention, and you are drawing their attention to all of the hat boxes,
Sure.
and you start to see people staring at them. It's like, you got money in there?
No, we have fake money, and we're here to bring it to the bank to show them what's been happening so we can figure out a way to get out of this mess.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw my sword.
And as
Just
Killy,
set it down on the cart?
Killy's gonna pick his sword back up, and as he does, lightning's gonna run across his armor. Be like, you don't want to try it. Make space.
Okay. You make a singular intimidation check, and you will have advantage on this.
How close are people to us?
Like, I mean,
Close.
I was
Yeah, I mean, you guys were
around running
pushing
them
into
over
the
with
crowd.
swords,
Yeah,
so-
we're like trying to push it. And
There is no
Like-
social distance.
Close.
multiple people within.
Can I pickpocket somebody?
If you want to,
More
you can try.
You can.
I'm gonna try. They're distracted.
distracted.
This is gonna go so well.
They made me mad.
What is that, Steph?
A natural 20.
Ooh.
Someone's gonna get their pocket picked.
All right.
Like you just thought
Someone's
you were
picked
short
has
on
been
money
pocketed.
before.
Yes. That's
So,
After they've
so
already
someone's
lost all the
pocket
money
has been picked.
Woohoo! Not anyone in our group.
Thanks.
It's your pocket.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean,
No,
fine.
no, no.
Not anybody in your group.
I had to think
Okay.
about it.
All right. So you get 6 copper.
Yes.
By the end of this, all of that will have eaten each other.
1,800 gold now?
And then
No,
pay.
she's gonna open her bag. It'll be one big gold piece.
Okay. Just come out. They're too close.
Yeah, so this sword that you made me
Yeah.
would make a lot of
dead people.
6
really fast.
copper.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So
You know what? I'm always
So the
gonna have
people
it.
that are closest to you sort of do start to back up a little bit. Of note, it is just the people that are like within 10 feet of you that are sort of backing up. They want to get out of your melee range.
Yep. Well, and then
But they don't have a lot of place to go because
Yeah.
it is really
yep,
tightly
because
packed
people decided
as a
to form them
mob.
up. Yep. Oh, I'm just gonna keep pushing.
I don't know if
pushing
you're gonna
forward
make
then.
this bank. I mean, we're supposed to try to save the bank, right? But now you've just told them that
Well, we told them
They
we were
sort of-
going to fix the bank.
been
We are
handing
here.
out
We are
fake
here
money.
to.
No, we didn't say that it's the bank's fault that there's fake money.
It's
it could
implied.
be.
I mean, no.
Yeah, but that's not our problem.
As they are trying to get out of the way, we are moving forward.
Yep.
Okay. It takes, I mean, it's stop and go, and every few minutes you have to sort of play the whole thing over again. You
Run
know,
them over.
I've been trying.
so it takes you probably a good 20 minutes to a half hour to get to the front doors of the bank. And also of note, the crowd does close in behind you guys, and the gap
Yeah, that's
closes.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
expected
doesn't
nothing
leave
less.
you an escape route
That's
that
fine.
direction.
We can make an
I don't
escape
know
route.
if we were planning on ever leaving this place.
When you get to the front of the crowd, there are about a dozen city guards standing sort of with their shields out, weapons drawn, helmets on, you know.
Yep.
They are in full riot gear.
Are these Appellian Order guards? Or
City
are these
guards.
Just city
Well,
okay.
they are city guards, and there are notably about a third of them have the Appellian Order badge
Okay.
on their shoulders. Odds or evens?
The one that you roll.
I don't believe that was one of the
That
options you were
was
given.
not one of the options.
Odds?
Oh. Right in the center of the line are the was it 4 guards? It was 4
I think
guards.
it's four, yeah.
Are the 4 guards that you told you were going to buy lunch for?
Luckily, you're disguised, right?
Oh
I'm
no!
just guys.
She is.
You are
See how good at
disguised.
disguise.
Oh yeah.
However,
Seeming's not.
they recognize you.
Balls.
But you're not the one who charmed them.
I'm not.
But you were with the one who
I
jumped them.
was.
Well, the one
Oi,
who charmed them.
yo,
But
where's your friend? She owes us lunch.
That's what you're concerned about?
I think we have bigger problems right now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a time and a place. This is neither.
I'm gonna want your name, and I'm gonna want your friend's name, and where I can find her.
Tell you what, when we come out of the bank, more than happy to provide that.
What makes you think you're going in the bank?
And so I'm going to lean in close so that like it's not, you know, I'm trying because we have 5 to 15 boxes full of the fake money that's been disappearing, and we brought some in here to talk to the bank manager just the other day. So if you could let them know that we have found more and where we can discuss with them to try and rectify your bank problem.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Tempted to be like, oh, it's for falafels. I do not. I clarify.
I know.
Well, with my +7, my 2 becomes a 9.
Yeah, no. I don't think so. And he just sort of puts his arms across his
Do it
chest.
again. Do it again. Do it again.
Hi, can we just talk to a manager real quick? I know that's what everybody wants.
Yeah. All of these people want to talk to the manager. We can't let anybody in right now.
I know. But it is in your best interest. to
How do
help
I
us.
know that?
Well, you're
Come
going to
here.
have to take a leap of faith. But
Here.
No, I'm gonna gesture. We'll show you what's in one of the boxes, and I think that will convince you.
is the money crawling?
No, it's better than that.
Yeah.
And as if he comes over, I will
Treasure chest.
crack open one of the crates just enough so that he can see one of the mimic chests. And I assume it's still like trying to get out.
The fuck is that?
I'm
Was it?
gonna slam it closed. That is everything in these boxes, okay? And we know it's coming out of here because we brought stuff in a few days ago to talk to them about it. So if you could please let them know we're back.
We're here to help.
We are trying to make this go away.
Okay, we roll that persuasion with advantage this time.
Something higher than a 2. Something higher than a 2.
1-1.
24.
There we
That's
go.
it.
Okay. Alright. The captain, and he sort of motions over to one of the other guards, who saunters over, and see me, I need you to make me a perception check real quick.
You betrayed me last time.
Were you talking
Well-
to your husband or your die?
They have all betrayed you, Danny.
So many things all at the same time.
Just get him out now. Get him out now.
So
I feel
what,
called out.
what was this? Oh, come on, you ran. Never mind. I'm not going to bring that up right now.
You want to start a fight on stream?
Do we want to start a fight about cars, maybe?
I don't know that this is much of a fight, Keith.
Yeah, I'm going to win that one.
You don't know the other part of the story.
That's true.
You don't know what she did to mine.
Oh, we'll make
It's
the
so much
popcorn.
less.
Let's
You're not going to win this one.
Is this like the cinema therapy? We're just gonna do this on air?
Exactly.
It was perception.
Perception. Oh, thankfully it's a +9, so that's a 14.
It's a +9, which turns the 5 she rolled.
The dice are not with the players tonight.
I need to cleanse the evil spirits out of this.
This is where our characters die.
What are the things on the table? The pluses? Any pluses?
Oh yeah, there's a bardic
I'm not
inspiration
sure that
and an
this is where we
advantage.
want to use those.
Yep, I don't want to use them. I want to use them when we're fighting a mimic.
Or talking to the mimic. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight the mimic
True.
unless we absolutely have to.
Okay. So 14.
14.
14. Something about the captain is vaguely familiar.
It's Akarai in disguise.
Super high.
Now, you think you've seen him before, but you're not real sure. He is wearing one of the Apellian Order badges. But you're not real sure why that stands out.
Someone should
Is it
apprehend
unsettling?
No. Yeah, only insofar as you feel like you should know who this person is and don't.
I take mental note
Okay.
of that guy.
So he sort of, the captain sort of walks over, and the guy you've been talking to sort of steps back.
Mhm.
The line fills in, and he just sort of leans up and talks real close, real low, so that their voices don't carry. The captain sort of looks you guys over. Let's see.
My big toothy grin's not gonna do a
Nope.
whole lot right now.
Nope.
Fine. Maybe,
Luckily,
maybe we'll just show him what's all
he doesn't
every
seem to
single garden.
recognize you.
Just like look in the box.
So, but he sort of looks you guys over, takes a look at the boxes, cocks his head just a little bit, and nods, and shoos the guard back into line. He turns and he walks up towards the bank door. Can't promise nothing, but he's going to ask. And then he goes. Then he goes back to sort of watching the crowd behind you guys.
Yeah, I don't think you understood. I'm not asking.
So the captain goes up to the front door, which opens, and one of the bank guards sort of pokes his head out, and the captain talks to him. The bank guard just kind of glances your direction, doesn't say anything, and then he steps back in. The door closes. And it's going to be a little bit. So you guys doing anything while you're waiting?
I am making sure nobody touches the
I was
cards.
gonna say, some of us watch the mob, some of us watch the guards.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. It's probably 15, 20 minutes before the guard comes back to the front door. Slides it open, leans out, and says something to the captain.
Now we get to play telephone.
And then he... anybody who has been to the bank before,
I don't like that.
make me an insight check.
Have I been to the
Do
bank?
better.
We
No, you guys were not with us when we went to
Oh,
the
that
bank.
was really good. Okay.
Insight?
Mm-hmm.
27.
27,
18.
18,
13.
13.
10.
My highest down.
Okay. So no to this side of the table.
The two small people.
I'm just seeing if I can pickpocket.
Which actually kind of makes sense, but for you guys, 20 minutes, it's an awfully long time to go where you think he probably went.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awful long time to get to Wanda's office and back, if that's where he was taking the message to. Just laying that out there
Yep.
for you guys. But he does come back. He talks to the captain, who nods. He does, notably, the bank guard does close the door again as the captain steps away. The captain comes back down to you guys. Seems you have friends in high places. We're gonna let you through. Bring the boxes with you.
That's what we thought.
Let them through, guys.
I'll just run you over.
So the guards do sort of open the line a little bit, and as you pass through, they close behind you. Notably, a few members of the mob do try to take advantage and come up the stairs as well. They get
Yep.
manhandled back down into the crowds, none too gently, as you would expect.
Do we still feel the field on?
Yes.
It's good and bad.
Good and bad, good and bad.
So the captain of the guard does escort you up to the door. You can see him sort of wave through to the bank guard, who opens up. The Apollyon Order thanks you for your assistance.
Happy to help.
And then he turns and heads back to the line.
Who?
I know. Well, we'll explain it
Later.
Almost bosses.
You are let into the bank lobby. It is very quiet. The only people you see are the 15 or so bank guards that are standing around. They are wearing their sort of beat up armor and not poorly made but poorly maintained weapons, as you saw the last time. And they sort of have this. They have this sort of makeshift guard post set up in front of the entrance where anybody coming in would have to funnel through and be under the watchful gaze of all of the guards before they could even get into the bank. They lead. You are led up to a spot where you are stopped. It says, "Right, need your weapons, and we need to search you."
You can search us, but we can't give up our weapons.
Sorry, you've seen that mob out there.
Come here. Same thing. I'm a bit. You need to see what's in the box before you'll understand. Open the box. Close the box. We have reason to believe that there are more of these in the bank.
It would be very unwise for our own safety if we gave them
And
our
yours.
weapons.
I can promise you that we were in here not all that long. It's been a few days now. Same as we are now, just as armed. There were no problems. We are here to help resolve the situation.
Not sure if you've noticed, but the situation has escalated somewhat.
Right, but we're here to-
We're taking much greater precautions. You'll either disarm or you'll go back out the door.
What if one of us disarms and goes?
And start cracking my knuckles.
Can we talk to Wanda? Right here.
You want her here?
If she'll come. We are here to talk to Wanda
And they-
about what we have.
They sort of glance between each other. Okay.
She's never been up.
I would like everyone to make insight checks real quick.
Oh boy. Yeah, no. 6. There's
6,
that.
no. Okay.
7.
7, no.
24.
24.
Also 24.
Also a 24.
21.
21.
19.
19. Okay. So for everyone at this end of the table,
It's just anyone that lines up with you.
Yeah. I'm the uncommon denominator. That word.
okay. So for everyone at this end of the table, a couple of things that take a second to process that you just noticed. He had no reaction at all when you opened the box.
Okay.
Like none. And the glances they're passing around between each other don't really seem to be anything about... Oh, it seems like they are actually surprised you would ask for Wanda to come to meet you here. Like the idea of her leaving her office is not something they've ever thought of.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. These aren't the first of these you've seen.
No.
Okay. We're here to talk to the, progenitor of such things. To broker a deal.
Because if they
So,
coming up.
if we can talk to Wanda, we'll talk to her and see how far we... But you just
The
let
whole
us know.
building shudders just a bit.
Yep, that is who we're here to talk to, as a matter of fact.
Because we would like for all of this to go very peacefully.
There's this sort of like...
This is the first time you get
There's
to
this
yourself
sort
with-
of sound that fills the space, and it sounds like rustling papers in a cold wind, and all 15 of the guards stop and listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop.
High
Collaborate
five
and listen.
Mimic.
Something.
I thought mimics couldn't mimic humans.
This one's
Yeah,
very old.
It's a very old mimic. It's a very
So
smart
it's-
mimic.
And
A
all of,
legendary.
and then as one, their faces just go blank and drop any pretense of pretending to be
Okay.
people,
Wonderful. We are making progress.
and they just part without a word.
Is
Thank
Wanda
you.
the mimic?
Is there a preferred interface you'd like us to address? Particular. I'm not sure how you want to handle this. I address to the building.
That wind comes back and there are words on it, and the words are echoed by the guards. Meet me in my office.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks, Roz.
At all.
Always watch.
The sour note.
We go to the
What is
office.
that thing called? Oh no, I was thinking that. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, that's not
head to
unsettling
the
at
head
all.
to the office.
Oh, yep, to the office.
Okay.
Treading very lightly.
Very lightly. So as you go past them, the guard line sort of reforms. For everyone but you, they're keeping up the facade.
Yeah. Which is good.
Which is good. There is no one else in the bank.
I didn't think there would be.
Well, like nobody. There are no tellers. There are no other patrons, obviously, because they've kept everyone out. It is like silent, except for this sort of that weird sort of breathy ambiance that is sort of hanging over the whole thing.
Orion is what I was thinking.
Those of you who have been here before know the way up to Roz's, or not Roz, Wanda's office.
Sorry.
Dang it, Stephen. So you're able to make your way up there, and you're there. The door's closed. How do you want to proceed?
I'm gonna knock on the door, but I'm gonna feel weird about it.
Okay. So the door, after a moment, the door does open, and there you see Wanda sitting behind her desk, just almost exactly the same as when you saw her the other day. I understand we have something to discuss.
Yes, we do.
Still that boxes?
We probably would have left him in the lobby. I don't know. If we
Oh no, I would have brought him up here.
Here's your bed.
I don't know that I can get him through the door, but I will leave them like here, where they're close.
Where did you leave them?
They would be just outside the office door, 'cause I wouldn't have just left them behind.
Okay. So there's sort of like this undulation wave thing of the floor that moves all of you and the boxes into the office right in front of the desk.
Yep. Yes, we believe that we have a very. We think we have an understanding as to the circumstances and events that may have brought us here, and
The door slams behind you.
we were hoping to
necessary.
broker a deal.
We're listening.
Okay. First of all, we have brought as many of your offspring as we gathered in our time, and I apologize for the one that we showed you earlier. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you've been here for a very, very long time and have learned how to operate within society so as to not ensure to ensure that your survival. The people we work on behalf of would like to come to an arrangement to make sure that things in the city continue to work as they have been.
But that's not possible.
Why not?
Because what I've been sustaining myself on is no longer available.
What have you been sustaining yourself on?
Pure magic.
And is that no longer possible because of the anti-magic field?
Oh no. The source disappeared before that.
Good job,
Shit.
Brayden.
It's the Empress.
Well, less her and more what she was stealing.
Well, yeah.
Could you elaborate to us what this source is, and maybe we can find a way to rectify that situation?
I would if I knew what it was, but it was delicious. This effervescent energy flowing from somewhere beneath the castle.
Ah,
Falafels?
And not the falafels. Those aren't magical.
Says you.
I, unfortunately, such a source of power is outside of the grasp of everyone on this plane of existence.
Pity, because I'm really hungry.
What do you eat besides pure magic?
Well, the magic sustained me so that I didn't have to consume flesh.
How much flesh are we talking?
Perhaps more than you would be comfortable providing.
Does it have to be human?
No.
Just flesh.
Yes.
Does
Can
it
you give
have
us sort of an estimate, like weight-wise, or like cubic feet, or?
I'm giving you what she's giving you.
No, I'm asking her. It's like, are we talking like weight? Like, what kind of weight? Cubic feet are we talking?
There are many people with a vested interest in things remaining as they were, so they may be willing to pay the price, but we'd have to know what that price is.
I am, as you say, quite old
Mm-hmm.
and quite large,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't do much.
Same girl, same.
I lead a sedentary lifestyle.
Testify!
And I have been quite happy with that. And truth be told, I sustained myself on the barest trickle from the Empress's leftovers.
Did you not eat the robbers?
Oh yes, they were quite delicious. But the problem is, those sorts of organizations are quite smart in their own way. When they started losing operatives in my neighborhood, they stopped sending operatives to my neighborhood.
Okay, so I am still waiting to get an idea of ballpark. What are we talking?
Flesh
You know,
wise.
50 heads of cattle a day? Are we? What are we talking here in terms of amount?
I don't know what these cattle are.
You can
speak
give it
of.
to me in robbers in your bank. Is a fine metric to use.
Should help us figure it out.
Cow, probably.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
They're using halfling robbers that was so big.
Oh gosh!
Do you have to double it for a regular?
That's why I'm slowly becoming the best.
Since the magic dried up, I have fed 4 times. Each time was a small band. 5, 6.
I was gonna say, Killian's gonna do the math in his head.
That was the barest minimum.
You can do the math in his head. Keith, how much does this come out to on an average per month?
20.
Well, so if she's fed 4 times in a year, each of them about 6, it works out to about 2 people a month. Barest
So, like-
minimum.
So like a cow, a large cow. A
Uh,
month.
does your source of flesh need to be living?
That's not required, so long as it is not.
It's not rotting or
Putrid.
putrid. Okay. That actually makes this very simple.
This seems doable.
Could we bring the cow and see how
Uh,
she
hold-
likes
so-
it?
do you require that these a certain level of complexity to these creatures for them to sustain you, or just
No.
you need the nutrients? Okay.
How should I address you?
It might be easiest to simply call me Wanda. That is the name I am currently using.
Got it. Wanda, you said that you were sustaining on the barest trickle of magic from the Empress.
Yes.
Is there a way that you could perhaps quantify that for us? Like, if we could find perhaps a different magic source, and there was a tiny trickle that we were able to get to you, what would the tiny trickle entail?
But a trickle from a god.
I don't know if I could quantify it.
How often were you feeding from the Empress's magic?
Well, that was nearly constant.
Okay.
I have intimate knowledge of what that source of power was, and I can confidently say we will find nothing like it.
What about our
What-
friend?
Questions
our
later.
friend.
Questions later.
Well, okay,
You mean
yes.
a dragon?
Right now we're mostly
We're attempting to negotiate with
yes.
the dear
There
Wanda.
may be. We could maybe find a different source. I have some ideas on that. I'm just trying to figure out how much you might.
Do any of you have minor illusion or anything like that?
I do.
You do. You have minor illusion.
Kind of have shape water.
I have.
Could you display an illusion of a cow with a person for scale?
Unfortunately, no magic can happen in this building right now.
Oh, yes, that is true. Sorry. Okay. Wanda, I believe that we could provide for your sustenance needs. And by we I mean the city proper, for your sustenance needs and then some, with very little hassle on our part. It would be very easy to get everyone to agree to this idea.
1/10 of your taxes must be a fish.
Can you imagine the lore that would come of this? Be like, yeah, we like every month you take a cow to the bank.
Okay, so literally, because when I thought it was going to have to be like actual sentient life forms, I was literally going to be like, well, if they can be dead, then 1 out of every 10 bodies in the morgue gets donated to the bank so it can eat it, and the problem is solved. We dispose of the remains. This is a very simple. Anyway, I believe that it would be very easy to arrange for that. It is in the best interest of all of us, I feel like, that we avoid this coming to violence, and we avoid it becoming general knowledge that the bank is, in fact,
Alive.
an entity. I imagine that would cause no small amount of chaos and panic, and the mob outside would get even larger than it already is. I can confidently say that the people of the city will be uncomfortable if they know that there is a bank that is alive in their city.
And yet I've been here for, well, longer than anyone else.
And in all of that time, was there a mix-up where your progeny, your offspring, were accidentally released into the wild?
It's been known to happen occasionally.
Over the course of your lifetime, occasionally?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so we're not used to having our monetary supply suddenly start disappearing.
If they'd had sustenance in the vault, it wouldn't have been necessary for them to turn to the coin.
Right. And we can try and rectify that to avoid this happening. If you are willing to be amenable to that. I believe the demands of the people we represent would be, you continue to function as a bank. You continue to carry on as you had for all those many centuries and thousands of years prior to now. And in exchange, they can make sure that you are provided with adequate sustenance.
Do you think it would
And
be...
who are you working for?
The Merchants Guild.
I
They were under the assumption that the bank was a normal bank and were trying to preemptively seize control of the monetary supply from their rivals. Knowing that you are in fact who you are, I believe that concern is long gone.
Well,
Yes.
it's also important that the rivals don't. The rivals, being the Apellian Order and the city, are less aware of your existence because they have a certain predisposition to violence as it is.
I feel as though I can be amenable to this with one small proviso. I want to be part of the Merchants Guild.
Huh.
I admire your gusto.
I love that idea.
We could definitely negotiate.
We could attempt to negotiate that. I do have some logistical questions. It is my understanding that unless the bank were to move, which given the city that has sprung up around it seems like a difficult prospect currently, are you able to send agents or representatives outside of your confines?
Or
Why
host
should I have to?
all of the meetings here.
Or you would have to. However, there may be some issue with that because if I was informed that I was meeting in the belly of a large beast, I would be uncomfortable with that. There would be a certain home field advantage that I would lack.
All the better to keep them in line.
Okay, how about this? How about once a quarter they have to meet in the bank? These are business people. They're not going to let you have all the upper hand.
Fine, I suppose that's reasonable.
I have another question, and please do not take offense. This is not meant to be insensitive. It's
How do you
I have
fix-
questions. Would it possibly be possible for you to not have offspring? So that
Can you stop your body from producing ovum?
well, no, but they don't all turn into living things.
They
Yours
do.
all do?
I
They're due if
don't
they're-
have much control over that.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you very much.
There are creatures in the deep, I believe, that would be the closest analog. Jellyfish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you.
So we can take that offer to the Merchants Guild. Now, the amount of offspring that are out in the wild is of a concern because it could cause a societal collapse.
Regrettable, but
Do you have any way of?
I do not, unfortunately. The way our the way our biology works, once they are
Once they are out, they're out.
out, they are out.
I-
Generally speaking, those of my kind don't get to my prodigious nature and have cities built up around them.
Indeed.
Generally, the offspring migrate into the wilds,
That's a
into
lot.
dungeons.
That's a load of migrating mimics. That's a concern.
So, do you have a preference for? Do you have any issue if what might happen to your offspring going forward?
Why would I?
Some entities do, some don't. I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page.
That is not the nature
Okay.
of my biology.
We were just a little
Excellent.
concerned. You looked a little miffed when we brought the coin last time.
I apologize if I gave you that
Also, differences in biology.
Also,
Makes sense.
also, I will remind Braden.
Uh-huh.
I did not say she looked miffed. She looked maternal.
Right, but
I mean,
And we assume
maternal
that
can
being
be very
maternal,
close.
in my experience, miffed and maternal is often in the very
Right.
when dealing with like,
Mhm.
I mean,
Can you eat your babies?
Which,
There
ew.
are some entities that do.
I could. I generally don't.
Would you eat your period blood?
good.
Won't there be too many one day?
that got weird real fast.
That's where this is all
You've seen
going.
how big they are when they first sprout.
Yes.
Yes.
And then they eat each other or something.
Yes.
you
So they
can
eat each
them.
other.
They eat each other. Other creatures eat them. It's why there are so
Circle
many
of
of
life.
them.
I don't think we're gonna find something that wants to eat a mimic. No offense, but
I already know someone who wants to
You
eat a
might
mimic,
be
actually.
surprised.
Oh right.
In the wilds, in the wilds, there are many, many creatures who would feed upon mimics that are as helpless as the small ones.
And you don't take it personally.
More reasons to not go outside.
Jellyfish don't take it personally.
Okay. This is all very new
It's
territory.
why it's why there are so many of them.
Note to self:
Uh,
the aspirational life for a mimic is a jellyfish. I feel like there are worse ways to go.
Here you go, out to sea.
In that case, we can take your request to the Merchants Guild, and I will invite them to send a representative to negotiate the fine points of whatever they want to do, because I'm sure, given that they are business people, that they will want to contract and fine points, because that's how they work.
I'm sure. I've had a long time to absorb the nuance of contract
I
law.
suspected so. In that case, I assume that the mob outside does not actually pose much of a threat to you.
No, but I can't let them know that.
Of course. Perfectly understandable. I believe the Merchants Guild had some contingencies in place for trying to quash any concerns about the stability of the banking system.
That would be a good show of solidarity for our new venture.
Well then, with your permission, Wanda, we will relay your requests, your
Your terms and
demands
conditions.
to the Merchants Guild, and I assume they will probably send a representative.
One teeny tiny small further bit of business.
Bum.
This oddly restrictive no magic zone.
Right.
That needs to go.
I believe that can be arranged fairly easily. It is quite bothersome, actually, and is popping up more and more often.
For myself as well. Yes.
Can't
Okay.
show you a cow.
We should bring her a cow.
I think that's kind of the plan anyway. But
Anyway, and in that case, as I understand, the release of your offspring in the quantity in which they were was unintentional by all parties involved. So I think that the business is resolved. Do you want to hold on to the boxes of your offspring? We weren't sure how all that all worked.
You could eat them.
At this point, they are as nothing to me.
Okay, great.
I have done my due for them. They are now their own entities, their own creatures. I would suggest transporting them out of the city
Yep, that
and
would-
letting them free.
That would. Yep. We will transport them
Oh,
away
yeah.
from the city that is on the verge of a collapse. Anyway,
I don't know how it works.
I think that sums up our business. I think things are mostly resolved, and we will have them send
There's
their.
this sort of like undulation of the desk in front of her, and it sort of parts and sinks into the floor, and you see her finally. She is a part of the chair. The chair is
Yep.
part of the floor,
Yep.
and she
Like a weird
floats. She
uvula.
flows forward, and puts a hand out to you.
Sure, and I'll shake it.
Pleasure
just-
to meet you.
This is a
So
cool
given
thing.
given your mutable form, is there a chance we could go out the back?
That would simplify things a
Awesome,
lot.
yeah.
I think we can make that
Oh, good.
Thank you.
available to you.
Just because I'm untrusting sort of an individual, she wouldn't happen to have like a message from the Impelian Order or any like this is Brayden. Sorry, Brayden
Brayden.
asking. She doesn't happen to have like a thing, like a letter delivered to her from like, let's say, like the Impelian Order or from any other party that might be interested in her and the bank.
What do you mean? What,
I'm just
what-
making sure that we're not the first people to like talk to this bank and just
He,
be
he
like,
wants to know
hey.
if the bank's been double dealing.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you like asking that straight
No, I'm
out?
just like
or-
seeing like first, is there like a missive or like a letter she's received from anyone on
Make
her
a
desk?
perception check. I mean, the desk itself is pretty mutable at this point. It's like,
Nope, no.
no, okay. If there was, you didn't catch it. You didn't see it.
Just more paranoid thinking.
And so there's a little bit more sort of that sort of slurping, schlocking
Oh, no.
sound as the walls of her office sort of move a little bit, and off in the corner, the floor sort of sloughs down into
Oh,
a
no,
ramp
no.
down to the back, down to the first floor, and to the back of the building.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your help, Wanda.
If for some reason we have to come back, like if the Merchants Guild want to send us as their representative, if they're freaked out or whatever, if we need to come back for some reason, I'm assuming it'll be relayed across your entity that we can come back and talk to you.
Return to where you will leave, and I will have a way for you to re-enter.
Excellent.
Good to know. Thank you again, Wanda.
Yeah.
Also, very good architecture choice. I approve.
It's beautiful.
Yes, I've had quite a few. You wouldn't call them facelifts, but I've had quite a few different forms on this location
She
over
got
the
work done.
eons.
Botox.
This is by far my favorite.
I agree. I like it. I mean, I don't know what it looked like before, but
Very
It's
neo-Gothic.
nice.
I would show you, but that
it'd
might
be
cause
weird.
a
That's
scene.
fair. Yeah.
Actually, and there, a little sort of table rises up out of the
Get a
floor.
small model.
And you
Oh.
get a little small model. So the previous incarnation was a lot more like had a lot more pillars and very sort of almost Greek architecture to it. Very
Roman.
white stone. More Roman actually. White stone. The Corinthian columns, the flutes on them. That one actually even was smaller than what you recognize as today because she was younger and smaller, but it also had sort of like a dome over the top of it. Very, very, very cool.
Yeah, well, I like what you've done to the place. To you, to it looks. You look good. Sorry, this is all very new.
We thank you.
And we exit.
Yes.
The mimic.
So the ramp takes you down into spaces that you know were not ever part of the actual bank floor plan.
Yep.
And you know it sort of narrows down to just a tunnel that's only just barely wide enough for you guys to walk in single file. Kazac's head is brushing the top of this tunnel. It honestly it looks like sort of like an underground. It's a sewer tunnel without the effluent. the stuff underneath.
No, Keith.
Are you claustrophobic?
Nix is freaking out.
Oh.
So it's good that you're on the baby.
Yeah, it's good you're in the baby Bjorn.
I'm like
Also,
clawing.
We
Like,
exit
get
the
it out.
mimic.
Yeah, we've
Is
exited from the sphincter actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually, you finally come to what looks like a blank wall, and as you approach, it sort of irises open.
Yep.
And you guys step out behind the building, and it
Ew.
closes up behind you.
Did we take the chests?
Mhm.
Yeah, we're taking it with us.
Sweet. I feel like I need a shower.
Same.
So,
Once we get out of earshot.
yeah, I was gonna say once we are out of here, once we're a couple blocks away from the building.
So we're definitely killing these things, right?
Oh
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Actually, I want some of them.
You will notice that what I said was we would transport them out of the city, not that we would set them free.
Well, and she won't take it personally. I asked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why did you want some?
Okay, so I want to skillet fry them like soft shell baby crabs, and just
As long as you're not going to make me eat them,
you don't
I'm
have to.
sure
You
we can give
try
you
it
some.
if you want to.
I have learned my lesson about putting strange things in my body.
What?
I thought you were about to say in your mouth that, like, both of those still.
Neither is good.
Will you? that could have gone so much worse than I thought it might.
Yeah,
Made a friend,
When she said
honestly.
she wasn't getting the magic feed anymore, I was really.
Yeah, I was
worried.
really afraid that she was going to be like, no, or it was going to be like, I need 1,000 people a day to sustain myself.
A cow a month is doable.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, like
not
that,
bad.
and it can be dead. Like that is very easy to work around.
Also, I
Even
mean,
fish.
if you were actively running a breeding program
Curious.
for sheep to
Thank
get
you.
wool that is
Yep.
fireproof, you have duds that need to go. So
Very easy to arrange. Could you message the Nadirs and let them
Yeah.
know that we are on our way, and some of it. But we're gonna make a small pit stop, and we're gonna drop these boxes off at a safe location for temporary
wanted
storage.
To use the bomb.
Yeah, and
actually, no, I think we have a good use for that still. Don't worry.
Just make sure you have your bomb.
A cart.
good call. Good call. Anyway, but we should probably go let the Nadirs know that they're now gonna negotiate with the bank itself. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna send Kenji back in there, and I don't envy the man.
Yeah.
But I mean, we know that she can be reasoned with, and she's actually pretty reasonable.
I just don't think they're gonna like the idea that once a quarter they have to meet in the bank. I wouldn't.
That wasn't that bad.
No. I mean, honestly, she's pretty reasonable, all things considered. She just wants food.
Yep.
And that's fair. And because it's not like having to feed her an entire army,
Yeah, it's
it seems doable.
very easy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, we're a little more seasoned than some other people.
Right, so we would have
So-
tasted better.
Also, if I yeah, exactly. if I knew that it in the negotiation meeting I was in, that if the other party didn't like what I had to say, they could just cause the
Protest
room
you.
to I'd feel a little uncomfortable. I'd feel like I didn't have much of an advantage.
That's fair.
Perhaps they can activate this non-magic field.
Well, and that's
right
what I
in
was
there.
thinking. If
I
they
think
have-
they'll remove it. I think what they will wind up doing is, if they're smart, all of the merchants who are supposed to go to the meeting in the bank are going to send a representative, so that they never actually have to go in there again.
Well, and also if they have magical provisions, like
True. Anyway, so first stop is Castian's safe house that he told me and Lucas about that we haven't used yet because we didn't need to.
Okay. It is like
Oh yeah, it's on the other side of town
all the way the wrong direction, but yeah, you can go there.
because we need to drop off the mimics for storage temporarily.
You absolutely
My
can do
arms
that.
are getting so tired. Does somebody else want to take the cart for a minute?
Sure.
Killian's gonna do it with
I
one
don't-
arm, just one hand, and just nice and easy.
Man.
I mean, you can just ask next time sooner.
Well, I mean, it's good to train your body and whatever, but
I agree.
goodness.
yeah, geez, Rain.
Ah,
Ooh,
I'm
my
not
forearms
mad
are
what's going to
burning.
happen.
Are you gonna try my mimic skill fry?
Yeah.
There's good. You knew the right answer. There was only one right
I
answer.
know.
I'm not gonna force him to eat things he
Hey, you
doesn't
didn't think
want
you would.
to.
There was still only one right answer.
Okay. So you guys do get across town. It's uncomfortably close to the
To the Appellian Order,
To the
yeah.
Appellian Order. But you do find the safe house as he described.
All right, we'll just stash the boxes in here until we're ready to take them out of town and dispose of them.
Is there anything else in here?
Um,
Don't do that. I know what you're thinking. Don't do that.
I mean, it's.
Oh dear.
There's nothing that stands out. I mean, it's a well-apportioned house that wouldn't really stand out from the neighborhood that it's in. Comfortable furniture, not too ostentatious. Clearly a sort of a middle to well-off merchant has stocked the place.
You don't just like leave the hat boxes in the middle of the living room, right?
So, according to what Castian told me, there is a cellar, and the cellar has a false wall, and behind that is a very secure area. We will leave him in there.
I follow because I'm like, I'm gonna look at everything, and then you go to a cellar, and I'm like, never mind, and I head right back there.
And we are going to make sure that all of these boxes are hyper sealed, and any of the bigger ones are just going in together in the safe, because they can probably get out of the boxes.
Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not.
We cannot just leave them in hat boxes.
We can't put them. We can't put the big ones together where they can cannibalize further.
Why are we not just killing them now?
I mean,
That is an excellent point, Simi. Commence with disposal.
Just gonna take a long time.
Depends how good we are.
Do you have anything else to do today?
I mean, we already messaged the Nadirs to say we were coming.
Yeah, but we can do
we
that
could-
after this. I think they will understand that we had to dispose of.
You
Yes.
can just message them again. Character advantage. 'Cause
Oh.
happy birthday.
okay.
Hey!
That's an excellent.
Braden really wants to just toss them in the room, give them 5 minutes, and then fight whatever appears.
You know what? We can do that.
Okay, I want all the little ones for my stir fry.
Okay, so
You realize that's like 2,100 little
There's,
ones.
yeah.
there's
I
3,000
want like
coins.
30 little
I was gonna say,
ones.
I will hand you a hat box, and I'll be like, take this. You can have those little ones.
That's like 500 or so.
No, it's only
Oh,
200
they
because
each other?
anything higher than 350, they
Is it
they
350?
merge.
Yeah, when you open
350.
the
I have
boxes, it'll
350.
be a chest instead of the coins, because they will have cannibalized.
No, we specifically figured out how many it took, and then all the rest of the boxes, we kept the number below the threshold to turn into a chest, because we wanted to make sure we didn't have.
Smart.
16 small feral children.
All right, so group vote.
Two's
Are we letting them cannibalize, and we deal with the one big one, which does make disposal a little bit easier potentially? That's
But do
a yes.
we know how long that's gonna take?
To cannibalize?
Yes.
Not long.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty quick.
Within an hour
Oh.
at most.
It actually was like within 20
Yeah, it
minutes.
would probably be faster than that. It did
I
not
hope
take
this
a lot of time.
destroys his safe house, and then
But
you
also-
have to explain to him when he
But
comes
also,
back.
But
just,
we're right next
why
to
do
the
you-
Appellian
I'm just
Order.
gonna get some like pens and papers. I was like, I kind of want to make note of this and document what happens if we just put them all in a pile and see what happens.
For science.
For science.
If we used the mansion and we left the door open and watched from the doorway, could they get in?
No, because I have to designate a creature to enter into
But
the
wait,
mansion.
what if we take them into the mansion, create a kill room?
Oh, that's true. I
In
can
the
literally
mansion.
make a kill room.
That's thinking with your whole brain.
I can literally make a
When's the
code.
mansion up again?
Now. You took
All
a
right.
day. You took a day, remember?
Yep. Okay. Well, so we're gonna make a battle arena in our mansion, and we're gonna observe the habits of.
Interject a small door leading into the library. Roman Colosseum.
With safety features so that we can watch
Of
and not.
course.
Okay.
I can shift it too if we feel we need to rearrange things. So
This is brutal.
Yeah,
I-
Simi feels
okay.
a little bit bad about
I would
it,
feel
but
bad about this,
also-
except
This is uncharted territory.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So
This is the safe way to go.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong.
But also, imagine
It's just brutal.
See me, we're killing one instead of the 3,200 that could turn into 3,200.
It is also a
mimics.
very efficient method
I
of
mean-
destroying.
I said that I feel bad. I didn't say that I'm not on board.
All right, Keith.
Yeah, there it is.
We dump out all the mimics into the Coliseum and let them watch
Except for
them.
my box.
Okay.
And I would like to just like
Yeah, I have to say, and
Write the
observe.
process-
I
observe
will
and
join
write the
Lucas. I
process.
will be making notes and
Okay.
If there was a foam finger, Nyx would be wearing it. Like,
you can ask an unseen servant to bring you one.
yeah, that's true.
Okay.
We're still
So,
gonna get our combat in.
so the weird thing about this is, while you're watching them, nothing happens.
Oh right,
Yeah,
it has to.
that's
I can only do it in the dark.
Performance issues.
Hooray, they're weeping angels.
All right, I'll have the unseen servants all go put out all the lights for a little bit.
Wait. Hold on. I think we should decide first. Now, if we get into a scrape,
Right.
none of us have seen anybody else do their thing.
Right.
Should we have a momentary one-on-one with this creature?
Sort of a
it's-
showcase, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like show me what you can do, so that I know I can trust you in battle.
Sure. We can do that. Why not?
This just
feel
become
like
a
this-
tournament episode.
It kind of.
I feel like you're overcomplicating this. We're just killing monsters.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so tournament style, Keith. We will turn off the lights long enough to get one opponent to fight.
This is so dumb.
Okay.
Terrible idea. Somebody's gonna end up in that thing's mouth before the lights go back on.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's gonna go in small ones.
This heavy brain.
This just became a horror horror movie in a
Yeah.
Roman Coliseum.
Lights on! Lights on!
You're trying to clap, but you can't get your hands together because of the goo.
I was gonna say we're gonna turn the lights on. There will be nothing in there, and we'll be like, oh no, where did it go? And then the rest of it is us hunting through the Coliseum and horror movie style. The person in the back of the group just ah!
See, I imagine more Scooby-Doo style, where we're all like running between the columns.
oh no. We're Shaggy and Scooby.
Rorschach and Scooby.
Oh.
Ruh-roh, Lucas.
Low key, because the table in the other thing became like a tamed mimic. I want so badly for Simi to just grab one and see if she can raise it to
Such
be
a
an
bad
obedient.
idea.
No,
Yeah, I'm
that's-
not going to. Simi
No,
wouldn't, but
That is something that Rain would do, though.
He would, and we're not gonna let him because that is a bad
Yeah.
plan.
Yep, they like one of my players ended up accidentally creating the canon that the table in the
White
Crystal
Castle.
Spades thing
Is a tamed mimic.
tamed mimic that bites him back when he tries to bite the table because he's feral.
That's what the luggage is. Maybe it's a tamed mimic.
What luggage?
In this world.
Yeah.
The luggage.
Yep.
Yes,
It's a tamed mimic.
I
with
wonder
a
if
bunch of
it's
feet.
What?
Yep.
You need to read this.
You have to read
at some
Discworld
point.
Oh.
for it.
It's so good.
Oh, let me just talk about this great series that you have to read and get on board with.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Took 10,000 years to get.
I think it was the first time at this table we facilitated our own combat.
No, Keith, we want to kill something.
We want to fight, Keith.
All right. So, how long do you leave the lights out?
Well, it depends. Are we hearing the sounds of mimics cannibalizing each other?
Make me a perception check.
I feel like.
Oh, natural 20 for 18!
So hard.
22.
22.
Unnatural 20.
And then,
Over 20.
okay.
11.
11.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah, Nyx can't because she's yelling in her own
Yeah,
ears.
Just
Was
so
it a
excited
perception?
about violence.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a natural 20 for a 30.
Jeez.
Nick's over here is like, turn into a chair and hit him! Turn into a chair and hit him!
She's Barbara from Ted Lasso. Okay, sorry. You've not met
All
her
right,
yet.
so for everyone except Nyx, you guys do hear like movement, and there's some like schlocky, like
Writing the sound. If you hear this, run in any capacity.
I'm like,
Keith, are they close enough that if we have dark vision, those of us with dark vision can still see what's happening?
how big is the Colosseum that you made?
I mean, besides the library, I basically can make like 100 feet by 100 foot.
Yeah, but how big did
How
you make
big
it?
did you make it? That's what I'm
just
asking.
the Colosseum, so like 100 foot by 100 foot.
Okay.
Okay.
So
There-
probably
nothing
not.
else.
Probably not
Yeah.
then. Yeah, no, because you guys, I imagine you guys would have put them right in the center.
Yep.
So yeah, no.
No, I think we go till the schlocking stops.
Or gets closer.
Okay. So as the lights come back up,
What is it?
you see in the middle of your Colosseum a cabin.
Oh dear. That escalated quickly.
I mean, it was a lot of coins.
Standing atop a chicken leg.
Oh, just a singular chicken leg.
Just a singular chicken leg.
I'm like, wait, change your plan.
Killing's gonna yell out in the Colosseum. Are you capable of intelligent thought?
So the cabin on top of the chicken leg nods.
Oh man.
This was a bad idea.
Went
This
too
is
far.
a great idea. We have to kill a sentient.
Do you speak common?
I mean, it did not already, so.
At least
It
understands it.
understands it.
It
No.
says no, I don't. I understood enough to answer.
Hablo español.
Can I?
We
No.
broker a deal
Elvis.
with it.
Do you speak any languages?
Do you know? Wait.
Oh,
Can we read minds or something?
I can.
What is it that you plan on doing now?
It sort of hunkers down, and you get a sense that it's looking to like
It's the light from
it's
the Pixar
clawing.
thing.
It's clawing at the dirt.
it's
and
trying to pose as a cabin.
Getting ready to.
How big of a cabin, Keith?
I mean, it's
It's a Bob Ross shack.
a little bit bigger than that, but I
Great.
mean, it's not
15
much
by
more
15?
than. Probably more.
Is it bigger than the room in
Probably-
which it will emerge?
Probably more like 20 by 25.
I wanna
Yes.
yell out.
It is bigger than the room in which it will emerge when the mansion goes away.
Can you become smaller?
Can I yell out like, will you be our friend and go with us on adventures?
It does look.
I'm
What?
gonna start
I
trying
guess
to.
That
this is-
actually sounds pretty cool.
This is where we train it.
So, I'm having a moral.
Cabin.
I'm having a moral quandary.
No kidding.
Same.
I am actively trying to go down.
But there is a logistical
I'm
problem.
grabbing you.
Yeah. Well, air jail. Put her in air jail.
like,
Now the problem here is that we can't take it out of the mansion because it's bigger than the room outside the mansion,
Oh,
and it can't become smaller.
oh no.
This
I have dimensional
was
door.
bad idea.
But we can't move the mansion while it's
Yeah, but it has to be the
inside.
same size as you. Dimension door, they have to be the same size as you or smaller to be able to move them with Dimension door.
that is a useless spell.
If you have Magic Circle,
I do have magic circle.
Magic circle?
I do.
Cool.
because you might be able to teleport it somewhere, but
At the same time,
It's a mimic.
it's intelligent enough to answer me,
Are
but
you
also it's a mimic.
Hi. Can I call you Cabin? Yes? Okay, cool.
This would be an NPC that goes with us.
It's a cabin on a chicken's foot. Well, we see how we can't hide it.
We need
Walk
stabling
through
for
the
our
street.
cabin.
What if it turned into a cart?
barding.
It just said it can't get any smaller.
What if it turned into a large cart?
What if it
It'll
could be
still
long?
not fit in the room outside.
You turn into a 100-foot long pole.
Okay,
Just go sideways.
do you have plans to eat people?
Well, yes. Do you
So-
have plans to feed?
Can I throw some of my snacks?
So,
I'm throwing a snack out there.
I allow it.
Gosh dang it. This
So
is a
what?
bad
So what
idea.
kind of a snack are you throwing?
I,
like
I
your
wanted
piece
this
of
to
beef
work,
jerky.
but it did not.
And the front door closes around it.
I want it!
Where's Daniel?
We can't
Daniel!
have it.
Okay, hold on. Hey, Cabin. I'm gonna kind of hold up Nyx. Would you eat this?
That's a
You
problem.
can't eat people. So, these, not food.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Friends.
Not food. Oh, I am so torn.
We can't kill it now.
We can't move it anywhere.
You said you have magic
I
sword.
do.
What does that do?
I don't know.
And then we'd have to feed it. We'd have to. Do you have any idea how much pain it is to keep pets? This one's a pet that's bigger than any of us.
We're feeding a bank.
We're not.
We are not.
Okay, fair.
That is not my job. Like, imagine we go into a town, we need a stable for our horse, and an empty lot for our pet mimic cabin.
Can I polymorph a mimic?
Oh,
It might have a mutable form.
interesting.
Can polymorph affect shape changers?
No.
No.
Usually they have a thing called a mutable form that does not allow them to be changed against
That's
their
a
will.
really good thought, though.
No, like yeah, like not a bad idea to get it out at least. But
But do we want to take I am torn, but also I don't think we are ready to be responsible for
A toddler mimic?
at least
And
for
it's
a
a
dog
mimic.
that's the size of a cabin.
I want to be Chunk and the guy from Goonies. I forgot his name. Hey, you guys! I
Sloth.
want
Sloth.
Sloth. I want to be
Okay.
Chunk and Sloth.
Okay.
oh, just kidding. That's the wrong spell. Not magic circle.
I was gonna say.
Okay, Cabin.
Wiggling like.
Would you listen to us if we told you what to eat and what not to eat?
Still can't get it
Your mom said you
It's
have
still
to
gonna
listen
die
to
as
us.
soon as this 24-hour period is up.
We do know you're progenitor.
So, yeah, like unless we have a magical way to remove it out of, like we as soon as it has to leave, it's gonna the space
probably
outside
get
is too
crushed to
small, and it'll cause damage to Castian's safe house.
But it can't stay in here forever.
No, that's the problem.
Yes,
is
we have
after
created a problem
after
that
the
we cannot
24 hours
fix.
are up, it gets automatically kicked out.
What is this? What is this safe house made out of? Is it wood?
Well, we're in the cellar, so it's stone.
I have stone shape. I have stone shape.
Yeah, but we have to make sure that it can't fit out the door.
Then we destroy the house.
We
Can I-
can't. It's Castian's.
Also, how are you gonna destroy all the stone?
Okay. I think maybe. What if you were onto something with the 100-foot pole thing?
That's actually kind of what I was
Can
thinking.
you turn into
Very fun.
Can your mask
a wall
stay the same?
like this
Use
tall?
minor illusion to show him what you want.
Ah, okay, yeah. I'm like, okay, haven't done this on this scale before. Okay, say this is me, and there's a little simmy that pops up. So this is me, this is you, and it's a big long wall.
A big long wall?
Like a short,
Like a short,
but
yeah.
long.
Yeah, but we can't pick up a wall.
It can move.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, sure.
Oh yeah,
Feels
right
like
next.
chicken
It
toast.
just walks out that door.
Yeah, it's
right
like a
next to the
caterpillar.
Imperial Order.
Yep.
No, we turn it into a very
Oh,
long
maybe
part.
the Italian order kills it.
Okay, so can you turn into this? And it's
Wow.
a long wall.
Can you add, Cindy? Can you add wheels to the wall?
Oh.
If the Imperial Order kills it,
Or it
That's a
kills
dandy
the
thought.
or it
Not
kills
a
the
CD thought.
Imperial Order.
yeah.
Its
So
form
she'd prefer
starts
that
to
one.
ripple,
Okay.
and it sort of flows out from the shape it had, and it sort of becomes this long, sort of sinuous, curvy wall with wheels every few, feet or so.
Oh no!
A curvy wall.
I'm gonna throw another piece of beef jerky down there. I'm like, good job!
We
What is
can't.
it with you people and not wanting to fight? Cowards, all of you! That was Braden.
Okay. It's cute
Okay.
and sentient.
It was a cabin on a chicken leg.
But it hasn't tried to hurt us yet. It's been a playful puppy.
If you stood right next to it, it would kill you.
I don't think it would. I asked it not to.
Oh gosh.
You shall
Okay.
forgive us.
Okay, so it theoretically can leave.
Okay. Cabin? Can I still call you Cabin? No? Yes?
No.
Yeah, no, its
Cabin.
name is Cabin now.
Our pet
Forever.
mimic Cabin. Can I come close to you and you won't eat me?
Well, nothing you can do but try it. If it tries to eat you, then our decision is
I know you're
made.
coming with me.
Bring my hand crossbow.
Okay, yeah, you all cover us. We're
I
gonna
am-
go.
I'm gonna come down there with you
We're gonna
guys.
go talk to Cabin.
I'm like, just like you're ready
Okay.
for him.
Hi, Cabin.
Sephiroth blade.
Can I touch you? I'm gonna pet it.
I'm going for a hug.
It's gonna start purring.
We now have a pet mimic.
That's
Yep, this
Yeah,
is just
no,
a
it's-
thing.
So it does start to sort of vibrate, and you start to hear something that sounds an awful lot like purring
Okay, you
down the
guys-
whole length of it.
We have a pet mimic. It's purring. Meet Cabin.
Dear God, I'm sorry for what we've done here.
Where do we even leave it?
I don't know yet. We'll figure it
Perhaps
out.
it could look like a wagon.
Wait,
I kept saying
everywhere.
What if we turned it into the Shaggin?
you don't know what the shaggin is.
Never mind.
The teeth.
Uh-huh.
Do I know where Cabbage is?
I mean, I assume
She's
you.
out on the ocean, isn't she?
Well,
That's
yeah,
what I
I
she
don't
know.
think I
is.
actually told you, but yes, she is out on the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know that that's what her plans were. Yeah, I think I did know that.
Okay.
So,
I don't
so you
remember
must
if I
have
told
at
you.
some point.
Do I know anyone who would want to have room for a pet mimic cabin?
That would be me.
You don't
It
have room
starts
for
to
it.
undulate a little bit more, and the form sort of pulls
Oh.
back up together, and it starts to form into
A person.
It starts to form into a crowd of people.
How good is it?
Oh!
Is it like AI generated?
It's
All the hands and fingers just a little weird.
actually, yeah, it is sort of like
it is an
a
approximation.
it is an AI approximation of a crowd.
So it's like a ditto. If you look too close, there
I
is
released
something.
the hug. Like, oh, Kevin.
Okay.
Oh well,
Okay,
that
Cabin.
just got a
Hello.
And
lot.
can you walk like that?
the whole crowd sort of walks.
Oh, all right.
But the weird thing is, like, there's no splits between the legs, but the legs are like
So it's a cartoon
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah. It is a construct of a crowd.
But
It is an abstraction.
We can teach it.
We don't have room for it.
I mean,
It-
we can put it on the outskirts.
It is
of
its own
town.
room.
No.
It's-
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Cabin, if you were a cabin and I walked into your mouth, would you eat me? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's fair. It would take some work. We have to fish our friends, not
Why can't I banish you?
I mean, you could, actually.
Okay.
I can't banish
Good
it.
cat.
It wouldn't
You know,
go
this started
anywhere.
off such
It
a
would.
good idea until suddenly it wasn't.
Because we are no longer on the primordial plane.
I'm gonna pet one of the people.
That's very complicated.
Good
Or the
cabin.
prime material, not
yeah,
Primordial
me
plane.
too.
But it would just.
it's like
there's
all
no-
three of you get like a different
How does
head
the-
doing the cat thing.
None of us are food.
Yeah, you
What
cannot eat Anybody here?
There
What
are a
about-
lot more rules than
Before
that.
you eat anything, please ask us.
What if
This
Okay.
is such a bad idea.
What if we sent it to the Elwick place? Because apparently there was weird.
No, I'm not
stuff
going to do
there.
that to Hadari.
Somewhere else is real pissed off.
Do I know anyone?
Wanna get-
Somewhere Dell's
No,
just like,
that
Killian just took Hadari's side in something.
if Cabbage was not sailing the sea and I knew how to find her, she would absolutely take this and would probably have room for it.
She would.
We don't. We're in the middle of a city.
Mal probably would.
Okay, but
Would
it
Mel
can
want a
change
mimic?
form.
No,
It could be a
but he
ladder
could
that
have
we
room
put up
if
against
If you
the
asked him
house wherever we're
nicely,
staying.
you could
Yeah.
probably get him to help
Yeah.
out. But like, he would not want it.
Lucas,
So
He's trying so hard to figure this out.
I'm going through some shit right now.
are you able to send to someone that I know?
No, well, depends on who you know.
Wait, if I draw you a picture.
I don't suppose one of you already has a spell scroll of sending.
I don't.
Oh wait.
I just have sending 24/7. The
Yeah.
problem is that I have to be familiar with the character, and I mean, if you did a drawing, that would be up to a power beyond my own to determine whether or not I know who that person is.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like,
Okay. We know. Okay, and Kevin,
Yeah.
if you have wheels, can you move on those wheels? Simi, can you show them what a wagon looks like?
I'm gonna go to the library.
okay,
Bye, guys.
try and solve our problem.
Chicken!
I'm not chicken. I just have.
I couldn't.
the cabin, so cabin sort of undulates a little bit, and now it's a flock of chickens.
I was gonna say, you say the word chicken and it turns into chickens.
Oh,
Wait.
Watch it fly.
But it is an AI rendered flock of chickens.
Oh, no, they're all dilapidated.
And it's a mass of chickens. It's not individual chickens. It is just one solid mass that appears to be multiple chickens. This is such a problem.
See,
Killian.
I was still
Killian.
thinking we should just kill it, and the more it does this, the cuter it gets to me. I can't make myself kill it.
Simi, can you
May
make
I
it
request
a
a
wagon?
favor of you?
You could always request a favor of me. What
Can
would
you
you
make sure they don't kill me with what I'm about to do?
You have to tell me what you're gonna do first.
Lucas,
Yeah.
what the
He
hell
was
do you think you're
he
doing?
was being quiet.
I was being
Killian.
quiet.
Yeah, I
But
imagine in my mind Lucas came over and like so that depends, what are you going to do?
I'm going to banish it to its home plane, which is not in this mansion, because this mansion is a different plane of existence.
Right, but then we have a mimic that can appear to be a crowd of people on the loose. And we are responsible.
That's a future problem
Charlie
for
Brown
wherever
crowd
it
of people.
appears. And
We will keep that in our back pocket as a backup plan. I have some ideas that might be able to fix this in a way that I can live with.
Okay, is it able to
Lettuce.
transform into a wagon?
Oh, so you do the
Yeah.
it sort of
big ass wagon.
undulates, and yeah, it's a big ass wagon. I mean, it's almost the size that the cabin was.
Okay.
Could be like spell scrolls.
Can I
in the
touch you
library.
again?
I'm going looking for a telephone.
Okay, Simi, help me push it to see if the wheels work.
Sure.
The wheels just sort of drag along.
Yeah, it doesn't have it is the appearance of
Okay,
For a
but
small island somewhere.
if mimics are able to turn into chests that have hinges and open,
as a player, usually mimics are not described as the chest doesn't actually open. When you get close enough, it just like because it's just like it is essentially an ooze. So it just all of a sudden goes.
It did that in the movie, though.
Yes.
I still haven't seen
Yeah, we still haven't seen that one.
Oh,
I
it's
know.
actually a lot of fun.
I know. I need to. Okay.
So, ironically enough, mimics have a neutral alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's why
are
I
not
wanted to be a mimic
inherently
tamer.
evil.
We can totally.
I don't care if you're evil or
I
you're
know.
good. I'm going to eat
It's
you.
a sweetheart.
It is.
Keith, I'm going into the library.
Okay.
I'm looking. Apparently, you can find scrolls in there occasionally. I'm
Occasionally.
looking for some kind of a teleportation spell. Scroll.
So, Brayden, how does finding stuff in your library work?
It is as follows.
Oh, your girlfriends will like you.
Creature can visit the library and
You're not
attempt to
very-
uncover stuff. The GM determines the checks and the DCs needed to locate anything. So
Oh, okay.
so like a book of rhymes would be easy to find, but like a copy of a nomadic research that is extremely difficult.
Okay.
It's you who basically sets the DC. So.
Okay. Let me look something up momentarily. So let me get back to you while you guys do your thing.
While we continue to train our pet mimic. I'm going to
Such a
talk
bad
to it
idea.
about how wheels work. We're going to make a rendering of a wheel and I want to show it how a wheel works to see if it can replicate how wheels actually work.
I'm just doing another side of it snacks.
I also want to send to Acherai through the stone to see if he has any
If it's through the
teleportation
stone, it might not
things.
work.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
where we
my
are.
sending. Yeah. Okay. I need to step away for a little bit, so I'm going to lay some ground rules. Cabin does not leave the floor of this arena
Can live with that.
until I come back.
Well, until we figure out what we're
You were
doing.
looking
Yes.
for you were looking for teleport.
A
Anything
scroll,
that could
yeah, whether it
teleport
be
it
like
out.
teleport specifically or something
As long
else
as there's
along those
no danger
lines.
to Cabin, he will stay. It will stay in this arena.
They, it, he, she.
Killian's going to look at Lucas.
I mean, technically, it should already be full, so it's not going to want to eat us
It
anyway.
just ate all
it
its
just ate all of its siblings.
And Lucas is going to not intervene with Cabin until I come back.
I don't know if I can eat this box.
Wink involved in that, or is that?
It's a weekend.
Did I sense a wink?
Do I sense something? Is this
If
a
Lucas
code?
intervenes with Cabin with magic while I'm gone, Killian's gonna be very, very disappointed.
Am I hearing this?
Yeah, no, this is all out loud. He's
What
gonna
were
be
you
very,
planning on
very
doing?
disappointed.
About what?
Cabin.
What?
Nothing. I just want to make sure that when I walk away for a little while, that nothing bad happens, and you don't try and move Cabin out of the room. So, Lucas, can I trust you that Cabin will remain here in the arena until I come back?
I wasn't planning on doing anything.
Is there a wink involved?
I will be not on the side you're on.
Okay, my dog's like, wait. Okay. See, we're training.
Lucas, you are allowed to use magic if Cabin tries to eat any of them.
Okay.
Yes,
Or
of
you.
course.
Okay.
We're doing specify
And
that.
Killian's gonna go find a quiet room real fast.
Okay.
Remember that
So
you're also
make
one
me
side of
make me an
existence.
investigation check.
Was it a Steven roll?
I haven't rolled above a 10 yet tonight.
That was a 1.
Yeah, no. But there's some awfully big dust bunnies in here for some reason.
One of the dust bunnies starts growling at you.
Mimic test money. Okay, well, that's that, I guess.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's.
So what are you doing in your quiet room, Killian?
Kid's gonna close the door. He's gonna go sit down. He's gonna get out of his bag a couple candles, a little thing of incense, and a little statue of the goddess Saren. He's gonna set it up. He's gonna light the candles. He's gonna meditate and try and pray. He's gonna be like, I have a really big moral quandary that I need guidance on. We have inadvertently created a thinking, intelligent, sentient mimic. And I'm not sure what we should do with it. I'm not sure it's life, it's its own entity, it's smart enough to answer our questions, so I don't want to just destroy it. But it also might just eat anyone it finds. And so I am not sure what the right thing to do here is. And Killian will
Goddess's
meditate and
life,
try and get an
right?
answer. Yeah. That's why he's like, oh
Okay. Well, so you do know that since
no! Oh yeah, it's
since the
much
Elwick incident,
less
it
clear
is
answers.
much less clear answers, much harder to get the one-on-one because of the way things shook out. And what little you do get back,
Well, Keith, this is also your reminder that at our next level up, Killian's taking levels of Paladin.
right?
Just in case that's relevant to this one.
Well, because I
Yeah.
don't know if that'll change the.
So you don't get back a like verbal answer,
Of course
and
not.
and you haven't since the Elwick
Yep.
incident. What you do get back is sort of the idea of trust, trust in yourself, trust in your tenants, trust in life itself.
Live.
We have a pet.
I know.
You know, when I am unsure of the right course of action, trusting myself is usually not very good advice. Just FYI for the future. That's very unhelpful.
Kaladin. Catherine comes to you for advice. I don't know, what should I do?
You know what
You know what to do. What was he talking about? I don't know, but that's the best answer for him.
Like, no, if I knew what to do, I would not be talking to you right now.
So
In the meantime.
in the meantime, for Lyra and Simi, try as you might, you just it's not really getting the idea of
Moving parts.
wheels and
That's fair.
and honestly, it's when you think about it a little bit, that kind of makes sense because it would have to would have to
Separate
literally
itself.
twist its flesh off
Okay,
to make
that's a
that
level
work.
of double jointedness we
Yeah.
don't expect out of anyone.
Ye-
Okay.
Unless we feed it more mimics.
Drawn by horses.
Scary looking horses. Okay, for the sake of getting Cabin out of this, what if we show it a ladder that's been folded in on itself several times and we just carry it out? It would look normal.
Ish. I mean, a really long ladder, but ish.
Well, but a ladder that's been like.
Yeah,
that's
it's on
folded.
hinges in a
so,
couple places.
So yeah, that kind of okay. It'd be like a thick
Yeah.
situation there, but that's okay.
Yeah, a
All right,
very long
so,
ladder
like,
that we take out of a basement.
this?
Well, you could even like show it as long and then have it fold in on itself
Oh,
so that you
yeah,
can
okay.
show them.
Huh? You can tell that like she is not a natural magic user very well. It's like okay, like this, and then we're gonna
I'm regretting some of my
Fold.
spell choices.
fold.
Well, you should have chose your own spells.
So it sort of Cabin sort of undulates, and you start to see it sort of mimic what Simi has done with her illusion. But the thing that you have forgotten is the sheer mass of this thing. So it looks like a ladder that has folded up on itself. That is the size of the original cabin.
That
You make it
tracks.
longer.
Can you be a long snake?
Also, Kevin, I know that you said we could.
One second, real quick. I have to ask. Did Nyx say that out loud?
Yes.
What did she say?
Could be a
So
big
it-
snake.
So it undulates
Oh, dear.
and turns into this enormous, like the biggest anaconda you've ever seen.
I'm like, good job! And I throw some more beef jerky.
Can I ask a favor?
Nah.
From God/DM. I would love if every time it turns into an animal, if it is like a pre-Renaissance depiction of an animal.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just getting it a little bit wrong.
Just the like,
Like a cat, but you've only had somebody describe a cat
Yep,
to
exactly.
you. Yeah.
or it's a cat from the side. They can do the sides really well, but anytime it's looking at you, it's like.
It's just all.
I mean, that does make sense for something that usually tries
I mean,
to mimic inanimate
I
objects.
mean, I assume it's again this AI depiction of the biggest anaconda you've ever
It is
seen.
an approximation of the idea of.
Can you move like that?
And it starts to slither like an actual snake.
Okay.
job.
There you go.
Can I
Good job,
I
Kevin.
have one of these. Is it too late? Can I re-roll that and see if I can find a teleportation spell to get it out?
At this point, yes.
Okay.
If sorry,
Yeah, you're fine. No, I just want to
Okay.
check.
only because we've moved on from it at this point.
Okay, Kevin.
Huh?
Gender is probably not a construct you understand. But when I'm talking about you, he, they, she, it, which of those sounds better?
She asked the dog.
Okay. Kid, do you want to be called good boy or good girl? Neither? Good Kevin? They. Got it.
It is cabin. What gender is it? Cabin.
Cabin. I don't. Okay.
Hi.
You're a baby. You're just little. Well, okay, you're big, but like you're young. Yeah, it's just little.
You could call it good cottage.
But it's cabin.
It might be okay with cottage.
It's not quite big enough for cottage. yet.
Bungalow.
Bungalow.
Porch.
I'm gonna pet the snake.
Good.
She
It
said-
sort of
That's a
Good
good
cabin.
gazebo.
no,
Good cabin. Okay.
it sort of wraps around you in a hug and squeezes a little tight,
Little softer. Little softer.
and it releases a
Okay.
bit.
Yeah. People are fragile. Yeah. Okay. Good cabin.
Throw another snap. I'm like, good job.
Yeah. We're gonna reinforce.
And it actually strikes out at it.
Oh, you're so fast.
Good cabin.
So Killian
Okay,
comes
you were
back
talking to
in,
dogs.
and there's this enormous snake wrapped around Lyra.
Good cabin.
So I think to move this, I should like makeshift a leash so that it's like just obviously with us. I don't think we need to put it on a leash, but also
But so people don't.
we need to put it on a leash.
Is there like a common giant animal? Like a giant.
That's that has the mass of a cabin? No.
Two buffalo.
So
They're walking
so
next
see
to
me?
each other.
see me. Next time you look, there's a collar
Oh.
right below its neck with a little protrusion out that is very clearly supposed to be a leash. But it's just kind of
Kevin.
hanging there in the air.
Cabin, you are so smart.
This is
Good cabin.
Yeah, good
we'll
cabin.
totally
Good
believe it.
cabin.
But it's a pet giant snake.
Well, okay.
Got a leash.
We could pretend to be performers. I am a performer, so I don't even really have to pretend.
There is no way that we are able to swing this so that.
Oh, Killian just had an
He's got an
idea.
I know that look.
Hang
You should
on.
probably be scared.
We have a pet mimic.
See me?
People are scared of us.
Yes.
How often are there parades in this city?
God. How often are there parades in this city?
Wait.
Just because of the state of unrest that exists, not terribly often.
How often were there?
Ah, but you weren't here. Oh well,
I
yeah,
was
you was
for
at
a
one.
long
You were at
time.
one point. You was.
I was.
Was.
I
You was.
was.
You were at one point.
how you know he's
Actually,
one,
so before you were banished from Costas by the Apuleian Order, there were quite a few festivals. Most of them related, of course, to the cult of the Empress. So a lot of the festivals and festivities dealt with, the Empress May She Live Forever and all of that. Parades were not super common, but at least 3 times a year there were.
What about a funeral procession?
Yeah, do they do?
Okay,
Are there
hang on.
occasionally New Orleans funerals?
Not
That'd be
in
perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I had an idea. It might be a bad idea. So, at one point in time, Mizu was telling me about some festival she was at. And I forget the details because it was really pompous and boring. But what I did remember was that at part of the festival there was a parade and there was this it had a stylized face of a lion and it was this red fabric and it was a bunch of people all together, but it was really long and they wound through the streets. We could have Cabin look like that, and then we could tell people that we're finally moving one of these old festival things out of storage, and the only easy way to move them is to have people hold them and walk like that, and then we could get it out of the city.
Actually, I really like that
I think
idea.
it's brilliant, actually.
So it probably
As soon
needs
as you asked
to
about festivals, I was
it
like,
needs to
yes.
look like, I don't know, a little like threadbare or worn because it hasn't been used in at least a year, if not
Yeah.
more.
Some weird food dog thing, but long.
Yeah.
Food dragon. I don't know.
It can't be a dragon though because there were no dragons until now.
Long food dog. Okay.
Yes.
And I do the little from the festivals that Mizu would do.
Okay, Cabin.
So it sort of undulates and reforms and gets a little bit shorter but a little bit bigger around, and it puts out the sort of the foo dog mask kind of thing, and then it sort of puts out little stick protrusions underneath it, and it's real wobbly on these funky little teeny tiny thin legs.
Cabin, can you make the legs look like people? And I will gesture to like regular people legs.
What? And sort of the sticks sort of come back in, and it does.
It makes an approximation.
It makes an approximation. It makes sort of the AI version of legs, and again, it's there's no actual split, but it's trying to walk on the
Okay,
feet.
now can you make the tassels on the side make them longer so they're almost brushing the ground.
And it does.
Looking at it, Keith.
Cabin.
Killian is trying to tell okay.
It's an approximation.
Is this close enough that we might, as long as nobody asks too many questions or looks too close, do we think we could get people to, if we walk out of the city in the dark in a,
Maybe you won't know until you try it.
Okay. You guys practice helping Cabin learn how to walk like this so it looks at least a little bit realistic. I'm gonna go collect Rain and see what he thinks.
Okay. It doesn't matter, though. We're doing this.
So I'm like, Cabin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Us 7. Yes. Us 7. What could use snacks and food?
8.
8 if Kazak's here. And Castian.
Well, Castian.
7. Kazakh is 7.
And Castian 8.
Castian
but-
is no Castian.
But that I don't know what you're about to say, but it probably should be included.
Us 7 and another person you have yet to meet will give you food. But you can't eat us.
Yeah.
If
Before you eat something, ask us.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll make sure you have the best snacks.
what?
Good Kevin. Okay, now let's practice walking. So Nix and I. Oh, my name's Lyra.
Cow day.
Yeah, you don't have to try to say it. But this is Nix. Lyra will tell you everybody else's names later because they're not. Well, no, and Simi. I forgot, but you're actually
Thanks.
sorry. Okay, but we're gonna practice
And you're just
walking.
gonna forget the other halfling?
He doesn't want to be part of this. Clearly.
Not really.
So we're gonna practice
Okay,
walking.
so you're practicing walking.
I'm just gonna go stick my head in it first and then the library be like, Rain!
Help!
You have to keep saying help so I can find you.
No, I'm coming. She just comes out with a dust bunny. Sorry, no, all's well. This thing just fell on my head. I would
Why are you carrying it?
just to explain why I just yelled help because it freaked me out after the mimic
Okay,
things.
well, how about we put the dust bunny? Yeah, there we go.
He's worried about
Um,
us not being effective in combat.
I need you to come sign off on my really probably bad idea.
I could not find a teleportation scroll. In
I'm
this
not
place.
shocked. I don't know how he. Well, I know how he finds things in here, but anyone other than him. So you're gonna have to come see this.
I don't like this.
Go back into the Colosseum area.
I'm like very exaggeratedly walking.
So see how
So
her
we-
knees move? They kind of need to bend a little, make it easier. Okay, you're doing good. Good, Cabin.
So if we leave town in the night and we say that it's one of the old parade costumes that we're transporting, and nobody looks too close, do you think we can get through the gate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rain. It's such a good cabin.
It's a very good thing.
It's a mimic.
They are the sweetest mimic.
They are.
Yeah, no, we can get it out of the city. What is your plan after that?
Can think of a couple people who would probably be willing to come take care of Cabin, and they can take him somewhere where there is a
Take him to the farm.
a variety of things he can snack on, and where it would be easy to find food for him that isn't people.
I mean, it sounded like the ocean might not be a bad idea, because there's like the jellyfish thing.
I'm actually thinking Sayonis and Mal could probably take care of this.
All right.
Rain. I love Cabin.
Okay.
Cabin is my friend now.
Which is why we're gonna find Cabin a good
I didn't say I
home
was
with
gonna
people
kill it.
that
I'm
can
just
take care of it.
reinforcing. Lucas.
Also, Lucas, you might want to clean out that library. There's like dust bunnies the size of my head. Yeah.
Whatever.
I could get rid of this thing so easily. But everyone at this table would hate me.
Not everyone. Just most of them.
Okay.
Danny would be upset, but Stevie would just be like, "Well, that's one less thing to worry about."
Okay, so we are planning on no longer
Not unless you
being
know
in
it
the
wasn't
city.
me.
No. No,
We're gonna come back?
we take care of it here until they can come.
Because we could maybe just put Lucas under this thing and have him walking it out, and we could get him out of the city too.
So are we
And then
just
we don't have any more
leaving
ties to the city.
now?
Oh, except I guess maybe you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking that it will be very hard to have Cabin within the bounds of the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think we're equipped to give
Feed it?
Cabin the home he deserves.
I don't know that we have the ability to feed it.
Not easily here.
Are those hat sellers still outside of Castle?
We're not
No.
feeding it, people.
Mix.
We are not teaching Cabin to eat people.
That's a slippery slope.
Unless you want to be the first person it eats.
Yeah, Cabin, we don't eat people.
Aw.
Yeah, no
It
people.
would not eat me.
Good Cabin.
Okay. Good pick.
So, at this point, Keith, is it daytime or nighttime?
I mean,
Oh, and
It's
right
it's
before
nighttime.
closing.
It is
Okay.
nighttime. You guys
We're
went in
getting
alone.
it out of the city.
I mean, if we don't have to go through any of the gates, I can just pop it over the wall.
How are you going to pop it over the wall without anybody noticing?
It's
Why? It's not
the
that
mass
hard.
How is
of
no
a
one going to
cabin.
notice the mass of a cabin flying?
We go over by the big dome thing. Nobody goes close to it. I've tried.
That
Yeah,
doesn't mean
but
people
that's
aren't
so
watching.
far from any of the gates.
Yeah, and that's on
or
the
any
other
of
side
the
of the
walls.
city from where we are. Where we are now, it's like 2 blocks to the wall. And then we just got to go down to the gate, and then we're out. We're good. We're clear.
It'll be fine. We're teaching it to walk. They're doing great.
Yes. be a giant bat so I can be like that guy in the Neverending Story?
I don't know.
And it became a bat.
No, please go back to the parade dog.
Good
please.
job,
Thank
but yeah,
you.
back to
Thank
the.
you. Okay. Let's go
It's a
get
very
Cabin out of the
impressionable
city.
baby.
So our story is, this is an old parade costume. It's finally being transported out of the city, but the only easy way to transport it is to have people walking. Let's try and not draw attention to ourselves so we don't have to explain to anyone what this is.
I'm prepping modify memory
I
just in
feel-
case.
Yes! He didn't look at me when he said that.
I am offended.
Is that out loud from
Yes.
me?
I have been living here for quite some time now. You guys are the ones that have been the most.
The safe?
What? Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the safe is exactly what I was thinking of.
Fair.
Okay, so let's go get our mimic out of the city.
Good. Okay, so we're gonna coach him through everything.
Okay.
We're going to tell them, this is what we're gonna
Such a
do.
bad idea.
Nix and I will be at the lead. We're going to pretend to be the people that are like guiding the other people that are inside the supposed
Yep.
thing.
Yep. I will also prep charm person.
Somebody remind me, because I don't have a character sheet in front of me, what is performance based on?
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay.
I could also make an argument, I feel like, for animal handling.
Mainly because the mimic is having to try and act like this thing, it needs to know. I need to
Yep.
know what its performance
Yep.
is.
Does it
that's-
get advantage because it's being coached?
Because it has people helping.
It doesn't need it.
Oh, good.
Well, it might not need it. Because it actually rolled pretty well. So Cabin did pretty good.
I
For the
performed
guards.
drunk.
I will also tap it and cast tongues, so it can now speak any language it understands.
How long does that last?
An hour.
Wait, Kevin can talk now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk now.
Oh god,
good.
that's what we go with.
Kevin, you can talk!
Yeah, Cabin can talk.
Maybe not.
These shining moments.
Why would you do this, Steven? Why would you do this?
I was worried about the gate. I'm going to stop concentrating on that spell.
You Cabin starts talking. So if I can tell that that's what you're about to do, Ken's like, you can't. You gave him the power to talk. You can't take it away now.
I mean, it only lasts an hour anyway.
I know, but you can't take it away now just because you don't like the way he sounds.
No, it's not about how he sounds. It's about how we get him out the gate.
Okay,
It'll be fine.
Kevin, just don't
Yeah.
talk to anybody but us.
Okay.
And you understand that you don't eat anything unless we talk to you first, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Awesome! I don't know if you understand love, but I love you.
Well, I don't know what love is,
I
but it
care
sounds
about you a
nice.
lot.
Oh, thank you.
Oh gosh.
All right, let's get you out of the city, Captain.
Yep, I'm ready to go, Captain.
Okay, once we are out these doors, no talking, okay?
Okay, no talking.
Good,
There we
Kevin.
go. And we make our way in the strangest parade I've ever seen towards the gate out of the city, Keith.
It is late at night. The streets are less full than they would be otherwise.
Shocker.
You do get a few odd looks, but nobody. I mean, people have seen strangers, so nobody stops you. Nothing like that.
He does a good job now of being like, oh, this is how you walk. You swing the hips and you...
I mean, you do pass a couple of guard patrols. You can't avoid them, honestly. It would look more suspicious to try to, but
With our giant...
but
our
they
giant
do.
parade. Oh, no.
But they do sort of look at you funny as you're walking past. But look, it's like, yeah, it's not worth their time and efforts to stop you.
Good.
And so you make it to the guardhouse right at the exit gates. Everybody make me a perception check real quick.
Whoops. What the heck is that? Okay, 9. That's 9 though. 18.
18?
19.
19?
Or natural 20.
Natural 20?
I'm gonna burn that.
Look at you rolling a bullet 10.
Yeah.
At long last.
Always while it matters.
19?
16, but my passive is 20?
14.
Okay.
So you rolled
So
a 16.
this is actually kind of funny. So for everyone except Lucas, posted right by the exit door, right where the guards can look at it, is a wanted poster of Lucas.
Is anybody around, like, to see it?
I mean,
Are you
there
wearing
are
a cloak?
guards,
Oh.
you know, watching.
Okay.
watching
have a
people
cloak
coming
on
and
your
going.
clothing? Like
No.
a hood? No hood?
No.
Are you under the...
So upon seeing
No,
this,
I am nowhere
well,
near
you
that
you
thing.
yeah, you two
you
are leading
silly?
the way. Upon seeing this, I'm gonna look at Rain to see if Rain sees it. We have to screen him. Try
Or I'll
and-
just take him back.
do that. Good job.
Lucas, let's...
Let's not go out
Riley,
of the city.
let's not deal with this.
I could polymorph him.
The
Let's just go.
Well,
We're gonna turn around. Lucas and I are just gonna turn around and leave.
Okay. So the rest of you continue on. You lead Cabin past the guards who are kind of curious. Is like, where are you taking that?
Some noble family wanted to arrange a pickup
Oh.
at one of their holdings or something.
Was it one of the Itos? They always
Probably.
were
They've
crazy
got-
about these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Have a good night.
Good night. And you guys managed to get Cabin out of the city.
I'm gonna use the sending stone to try to reach out to Akerai
Okay.
and be like, so
We have a thing.
we might have a giant pet mimic and we might need extra hands to look after him until we have arranged a secondary location where he will be safe. They will be safe.
You told your boyfriend how much you care about it. Now she's roping her boyfriend into it.
I'm sorry. I think this thing is broken.
Yeah,
Did you say a mimic?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come by and let me explain.
I'm at least a week away from Costas right now.
Well, hopefully by then, we'll have dealt with it. But if not, we might need help dealing with it.
Okay.
This is totally not how a sending stone works, but it is for right now, apparently.
Do I know the name of the ship that Cabbage is using? Would you have acquired Jin's ship?
Yes.
Because she
Oh,
got
well,
pulled
then.
back.
Because she got pulled back.
And we had the name of that ship, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I forget what it
remember it.
was,
I don't remember
but
what it was.
yeah,
Okay.
you have the name of it.
So
So yes.
get him out into what I presume is probably some.
Yeah, so there is a coast road that goes up from this direction, from this side of it's the northwest side of the city. So there's a coast road. Coast is right there. It is sort of a steep, rocky drop off from where you guys are. Think White Cliffs of Dover kind of thing. And then the other side is sort of more of a gently rolling hills up to sort of a sparse forest kind of.
How far is that forest?
Not terribly far. It's probably half hour to 45 minutes outside of the city.
That'll work.
Work for what?
Oh, to take Cabin over there.
Oh.
We're not just gonna leave him right outside the gate.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So I figure I don't want to leave them alone out here. So So I'm thinking that I at least want to camp out here for the night with my toddler
Well.
Finnick.
Hold on. So before the tongues is up. All right, Cabin.
Yeah?
Do you understand the difference between sentient and non-sentient creatures?
Nope.
Okay. Great. So we're going to lay some ground rules. Ground rule number 1. Don't stray more than a day away from this spot.
Okay.
Rule number 2.
2 legs good.
If it can talk with words, don't eat it.
Okay.
It's gonna eat babies now.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Is that- If it walks on 2 legs and doesn't have wings, don't eat it.
Okay.
Still gonna eat babies.
But
I have not changed.
I'm trying, okay? I don't. Rule 3. Only eat enough to keep you from getting hungry. Don't eat more than that.
Okay.
We will be checking in on you periodically. We will make. Do you understand the concept of a day?
Nope.
when the sun goes up and the sun goes down.
Okay.
Okay, so when that every 3 times that happens, we will come out to this spot to check on you.
Okay.
It would probably be good to look like bushes out here.
And he's just a clump of bushes.
Okay, I think that pretty much covers the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna randomly go out a stack.
You're like, which
Sure
bush?
which.
That bush.
Wow.
Okay, Cabin, we'll be back. We're going to try and find you a place where there will be lots of room for you to roam and lots of things you can find to eat.
Okay.
Could he be a ship? I did not say that out loud.
Anyway, so I'm heading back. You can stay if you want, but I think Cabin will be able to handle himself just fine out in his natural habitat.
The bushes rustle.
Perhaps
Yeah.
Kazakh can stay.
Kazakh stays to watch him.
Kazakh stays behind to watch him.
Cabin, are you okay?
Yep.
Are you going to be sad if we go and come back?
What's sad?
Okay.
Problem solved.
Upset? Concerned?
Sure, if he doesn't know one of the most basic
I know.
emotions, he'll definitely know the other ones.
Do you know happy and unhappy?
Nope.
Okay.
Are there things you like?
Yeah, I like eating things.
Okay. What do you feel when you eat something you don't like?
I've never had that happen.
He's just really
That's
good
fair.
siblings
I
that
think
might
he
be
just
jerky.
eats.
That's
Everything.
fair. Okay. Well, you're okay if we leave you and come back and check on you?
Yep.
I will be like, all right, good Cabin, and I will pat one of the bushes on the head, and I will leave.
Yeah, I'll give him scritches
cabin.
before I leave.
So for Lyra and Nyx and Simi, there are actually little pseudopods that sort of shoot out from the bushes and wrap around you guys and hug you.
As soon as Killian's out of eyesight,
And then it lets you go, and it's just a patch of bushes.
Good cabin. The voice. Keith is trying so hard to make sure that we don't keep this thing.
No, I would like my team to have to do this voice every week.
All the time.
Okay, good cabin. We'll come back and check on you.
Okay.
You probably shouldn't talk anymore.
Okay.
It scares people when bushes talk.
Okay.
Let's go away. It's like, how anyway.
As somebody else crosses the path. Hi, stranger.
I'm not supposed to eat you.
That's exactly. You're a not eat.
You have 2 legs and no
Heaven help
wings.
this guy tries to pee in the bushes. Let me see you at.
If he doesn't talk when he's going pee.
I was gonna say it'll be the shark celebrity. Fish are friends, not
Yep.
food.
So the funny thing is, when people are out by themselves, how often do they actually talk to themselves?
I tried, man. I've never had to think about how to explain to a mimic what counts as acceptable things to eat and unacceptable. At this point, I'm just going to assume if anybody's wandering around in these woods, they can probably handle themselves.
We'll put that behind the curtain, and we'll figure out what happens.
I do have some ideas.
I am taking Lucas to a nice dinner.
Well, so now that I'm back in town, I assume we're able to get through the gate.
Yeah,
no
you
problem.
guys are able to get back in, no problem.
So I'm going to go let the Nadirs know what's going on, because we still have to do that.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
You want to go find some food?
Yeah.
Are you out of beef jerky at this point?
Close. I was getting a little nervous. For me. 'Cause I wouldn't have any more jerky.
I was getting nervous for you because I was almost out of jerky.
Would have been a bad day for the rest of you.
We should go get falafels.
Once I'm out of jerky, I gotta start eating you.
Also, now I want
Let's go
falafel.
get falafels.
That sounds delicious.
Love falafel.
So good.
Okay, so you guys going for food. You guys are already at food.
And we're
Easy
going
enough,
to
and
the
you guys are going
We're
to the
gonna go
Nadirs.
let
So
the
we'll
Nadirs
stick
know
with
the
you guys.
nonsense that is.
You have to go all
Yep.
the way across
I
town.
I know.
But you do finally get there. You are ushered in after a moment, and they don't seem like perturbed, but clearly they were expecting you a lot sooner when
Yeah.
you sent the message.
Yeah, that's fair.
I assume you had some important business.
We
to
had
take care of.
we hit a minor snag in our operation, but it has been taken care of and everything's fine now.
Ah.
It just slowed us down a little bit.
Okay, well, but it's handled now.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
What's your message was not specific, but you said
So-
you had something to report.
We have brokered a deal with the bank.
Okay.
The bank is willing to continue things as they were,
Oh.
all the functions. There was one problem, which is that since things in the city have changed, the bank is finding it difficult to find enough sustenance to sustain itself. Now, it will need, and Killian is going to give it in terms of like, heads of cattle or something instead of, people, but he
Okay.
will give them,
Okay.
it needs X amount of meat per month
Ah.
to
Okay.
sustain itself. I said that should be manageable for the Merchants Guild to furnish.
I can't see any particular problems with that. Yes.
It had one other stipulation. The bank would like to be a member of the Merchants Guild.
Yes. And would like the meetings of the Merchants Guild to meet there once quarterly.
Well, the bank would have liked the Merchants Guild to... Okay, let me explain. The bank, being an entity itself, cannot send itself out of the bank to a meeting. So, unless the bank was going to pick up and move, the bank has to stay where it is. So, the bank said, well, they can just have all their meetings here. And I said, how about once a quarter the meeting is inside yourself?
Thank you.
I would recommend sending representatives for that particular meeting, but Anyway,
yeah.
so it is up to the Merchants Guild from here to. I assume you'll want to hammer out the finer points of this arrangement, but the bank is amenable and is expecting you to send a representative to negotiate.
This is way above my pay grade.
I assumed it was. Whoever you send, if you direct them to the back of the bank, there should be a entryway prepared there for egress and
You'll be
ingress
able
into
to
the
find a
bank.
sphincter.
Okay.
Which brings me to the other thing you should be aware of. Last we were over there was a mob outside the bank complaining about loss of money. So whatever contingencies you have in place to help sort of dispel all of the...
Right. Okay. Right.
The
baby mimics that are in the wild. The bank has no particular... It doesn't care what we do with them, so we are free. Which brings me to the last point. And I will take out 2 gold coins and rub them together the way that that Nyx was.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, one of the members of our group, Nyx, discovered that if you do this and make this noise, any of the nearby coin mimics will be attracted to the noise. They will sort of start to vibrate and slowly sort of try and move closer to it. Use this to check your currency to determine.
Good point.
But so you'll have to remove those from circulation as you find them.
Right. We can make that happen. I think.
Anyway,
That's
but other than that,
a lot. But
crisis averted.
Ish.
The bank is not going to cause any problems, and feel free to negotiate
that's
with it.
a relief, I think.
It is.
You should let it know to
Okay.
address it as Wanda.
Yes,
My entire contribution to this conversation.
No, you are relieved.
Okay. I think I need to make arrangements for a meeting of the Merchants Guild.
I assume so. While you're there, you just can ask them on our behalf when and where they want to handle payment.
Right.
So
Yes.
we will be checking the currency.
Yes, I will definitely bring that up, and we will be in touch.
I expected nothing less from the Merchants Guild of Costas. Good luck.
Don't mess with
I've got so much to do.
See, on the upside, you can just tell this all to somebody else higher up the chain, and then it's their problem.
That sounds like a good plan.
You made me feel a little.
I was just saying, I'm like, because that's what I just did. We'll see you later. I'm gonna head out.
Bye.
I'm sure we'll see you again sometime.
Shit.
Eventually it gets up to the top and they're like, gosh dang it.
The problem with being at the top is when these things get up to you, and it's like, I don't have anybody else to pawn this off of. I have to figure it out.
This is my circus and my monkeys.
All right. So the message has been delivered. What are you doing with the rest of your evening?
I have to go down to the docks.
Oh.
I have to try and get a message to our pirate friend.
Oh.
I think that Cabin would be in good hands with her.
Oh gosh, you're right. She would love that way more than she should.
Yep.
I still think it should be a ship. And then we'll
Be
be
like
to
a
anyone
boat.
who tries to kill them.
Which is
Impressioning the
really
ship.
awesome.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go down and see if I can't track somebody down who can try and get a message to her.
And I'll do the whole like Batman thing for a couple hours.
Okay.
Wow, what a stressful day. Time to cook. Apprehend.
Time to go do justice.
No.
Okay. So Simi goes off and does her owl woman thing.
Ow, woman!
Does she find more children tagging up walls?
No, it's actually a fairly quiet night tonight.
I like quiet nights.
The most you run across is the most you run across is a couple of unlicensed companions out on the street. I assume you don't mess with them too terribly much.
Yeah, Justice, what do you
If
do
for
about
no
that?
other reason than the fact that Simi understands how awkward she is and is not equipped enough to be able to manage that. Like
Okay.
the violent
Like,
things are much easier.
Yeah. It's actually as far as violent nights go, it's actually pretty quiet.
Nice. I like
If you happen to go by the bank, the mob has actually dispersed for the night, so they're not there. You don't know if they're going to be back in the morning, but for the moment at least,
It's
not
not
our
ate them.
it's for the moment at least the only presence in the square there is the is the city guard. It does look like they've rotated out. It's not the same guards that were there when you were there earlier, but there is a presence there, maybe trying to head off anything from happening the next day.
We wanted their names.
I would also be keeping eyes open for a specific a-hole person, just kind of like doing recon.
Which specific?
Monsieur.
Go with the path.
Rusk.
Ah.
Mr. Rusk.
Yeah, he's not out on the streets.
I didn't figure.
So, so no, you don't see him. Down by the docks, where are you headed? Like specifically, where
I
are
am
you
looking
gonna-
for whatever looks like it would probably be the most likely place for pirates or other less than reputable people on the
Okay.
sea to congregate.
She is a
Bar, like an
reputable
arrow with a
pirate.
fire.
Do you want something stolen or relocated?
Killian is pretty sure when he gets down there, he's like, I am pretty sure that at least 3 of these bars, I'm going to look at them and go, these are clearly other
Oh.
pirates.
Oh yeah, very clearly. I mean, it's more than 3. Honestly, most of them are rough and tumble places, and sailors are sort of a weird, like, rough and tumble lot anyway. And pirates just take that to a whole nother level. It's not hard to find the kinds of places you're looking for. When you walk in, every eye sort of
Oh, I'm
turns
sure.
to you. It's like,
I was just like, because Killian absolutely does not fit in here
Yeah,
and
you-
doesn't know how to, like...
yeah, no. It's like, so you're definitely getting side eyes every time you walk into one of these places.
And every time I will walk up to the bar, when the bartender gets around to me,
Is it?
I will, whatever the name of cabin ship, but I'll be like, I need to get a message to a particular member of the crew of...
Sea booty.
She's the
Oh?
captain.
Oh, really?
I don't know if she is.
Probably.
Yes, really.
All right.
Who among your patrons would be best able to deliver such a message? And I will put a gold on the table, or on the counter.
So as he's sort of wiping down, he just wipes his
Mhm.
rag over it, and the coin just disappears.
Pirate ship.
You want the marrow in the corner.
Alright, thanks. I'll go over to the marrow in the corner.
Okay. He's just kind of sitting there. He's got a drink sitting on the table in front of him. He is still like dripping seawater, and no one is telling him to clean it up because that's not the kind of thing you... What do you want, landlubber?
I need to get a message to a member of the crew of the Sea Booty. And I was told that you would be the best person to have my letter delivered.
Maybe I am. You making it
I'll
worth
flick
my
him.
while?
I'll flick him a gold. That's just for hearing me out.
You bought some time.
All right, I need, and he'll, I've written the message like, I need this delivered to Cabbage.
He just sort of cocks an eyebrow. And how do you know Captain Cabbage?
Well, Captain Cabbage. That did not take her very long.
That's got a ring to it.
Well, before she was Captain Cabbage, she and I worked together all over the Empire.
Did you now?
I did.
And what would your name be?
Killian.
Right. No charge.
Oh, no.
Captain's orders.
Oh, well, okay then. I will slide him 5 more gold pieces. But nobody has to know.
Nobody has to know what.
Exactly. Yeah, so if you could get that delivered, it is a matter of some urgency, because I don't know how long I can keep the thing fed until she gets here. So, if you could just let her know as soon as you can, I'd appreciate it.
And takes his drink, slugs it back, stands up and up and up and up. I'm on it. And he sort of slaps your shoulder as he walks by. And you just, and out the door.
Oh, that was a little terrifying. I don't know that I like my name being thrown around as much as it apparently has been. But anyway, okay, and I will head back to Castian's shop.
All right.
Which is not where.
Not where any of you are, yes, I know.
We'll say for the sake of, unless there are specific other conversations that need to be had.
We're just
falafel
eating
drinking
falafel.
game?
What?
Anything with you guys?
I mean, I am basically trying to get him to open up about like his life and things, but that does not have to be on screen.
Okay.
I'm sure Lucas is very good at not doing that.
So Killian will be the first back to the shop, but then we will just read it as read that the rest of you appear not terribly long after. Is there anything you guys need to do to finish up the night?
I bring a bag of falafels.
Okay.
And having not seen
I have
you
sent a
guys.
message to have someone come, hopefully be able to pick up Cabin and
No.
give him a better home than we can.
Trust me, the person that is going to be taking care of him is going to love this.
They're gonna love a pet mimic.
Yes.
I mean, you do.
Well, yes, but
They are going to be so excited by the idea of having a pet mimic that they will sail from wherever it is they currently are for however long they have to come see this.
they sound pretty cool.
They're you'd like them a lot.
Nyx is smart enough not to spell out her dream of having both a dragonborn and a trained mimic. Help her take over the world. She's like, but
It would be
I-
hard.
She's like, spoof.
We do not have the room, the time, or the funds to keep Cabin fed.
If we can't do wheels, it would be hard.
And once Cabin starts getting
giant bear.
too hungry, it's inevitable that he will eat a person
No.
if he's here in the city.
Would.
If he's here in the city, if he gets hungry enough, he will. Because that's, I mean,
Nature of the beast.
yeah, like once you're hungry enough, you'll just eat anything you can get your hands on. So
They're a good cat.
They are a good cabin.
he can go
Good
help
cabin stuff.
plunder the Seven Seas or whatever it is that she's actually doing. Because I don't think she really understands what pirates are. But
It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
whatever she's doing, I am sure that they have plenty of room and that he will be very well fed.
Okay.
It could just take a shape as like a mass of barnacles on the bottom of the boat and reach
Or
out.
like a
Kraken.
little boat that keeps up with them, or all
Or
sorts
a
of things.
kraken.
Okay, I actually really like that idea.
And I mean, there will be plenty of fish in the sea. I feel weird saying that.
Figuratively and metaphorically, yes.
You're right, you are.
Also, I brought you a dog bag.
Well, thank you. Oh, and we told the Nadirs. They were less than thrilled with them having to sort all that out. But then I gave them the advice of doing what we just did and passing it up the chain of command and making it somebody else's problem. And I told them to let us know when and where to go to arrange payment. And I'm glad I did, because I think he forgot that we're hired help and not actually...
Good.
Which door?
The back door.
I get up.
Everyone draws weapons.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna peek out. Who is this?
It's Cassius, and he's holding a chest.
Oh damn! I'm gonna open the door then.
I've been sent with payment, I believe.
Wow.
Wonderful.
They use you as an errand boy.
I believe
The
the
chest.
I'm checking. I'm checking.
it's an actual chest of actual money.
Did
We'll
you
check the
check all the
money.
money?
What do I look like? I was hatched yesterday.
I just wanted to make sure.
I may have only been born a year ago, but I know better than that.
Oh, good. Thank you.
What the hell is Cassius again?
He's the dragon.
He's the dragon.
Okay.
A lot of C names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the term used was escrow.
Ah, wonderful.
Something about me being trustworthy.
Fair enough. Well, I
Thank you.
appreciate the prompt delivery.
I take it you've been informed of.
Yes. Yes, I have. There's a deal on the table, I believe.
Yeah.
You're probably going to be the least bothered person by this.
Probably. But I'll get those details when we...
I can
Next
tell you
week.
that the bank used the term in the eons I've been here.
Ah,
So you might find that a fascinating subject to broach with them.
indeed. Thank you for that little
Yep.
tidbit. I will...
They go by Wanda.
Has a certain ring to it. I like it.
Otherwise known as the Scarlet Witch.
It's not as good as Cassius or something like that, but you know, not everyone can.
Oh, you flatter me.
I try.
Well, my work here is done. I will bid you adieu. And if ever you're on my side of town, you're always
Pop in.
welcome.
I'm just gonna chest like. the
Yes,
board.
I was gonna say as soon as the door's closed, I'm gonna open the chest bag. All right, we have to check it ourselves.
Some random stabs here
Trust
and
but
there.
verify.
How much gold are we talking here, Keith?
What was the... I
They didn't.
I don't think a price was decided on.
okay.
So I suppose
there's a
it's
lot of
up
gold
to
in
your
this chest.
discretion on what they believe a fair price for
For
talking
negotiations.
down a mimic bank
And being
is.
prepared to take out the bank.
That's true.
Yep.
We assumed a
Um,
lot of risk here.
You did. You guys absolutely did.
We literally walked into the belly of the beast.
And out of its butt.
Gross.
Yeah.
We worked our way through the entire digestive tract.
I work.
Excuse me?
So it works out. So it works out to 350 gold per person.
Okay. I didn't even write it down on my note.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that a price was not actually set. And we didn't have to use any of my explosives, so we are now dangerously armed.
More so than before.
I'm keeping that.
Keeping what?
Nothing?
See, you can, but I can't promise that it will not blow up while it's in your possession.
You know?
So,
That's
Will
life.
if you would like to hand them over for
Choice I'm
safekeeping,
willing to take.
okay, that's why I gave you the smallest one I had.
150 from them.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Alright, so now everyone who has that, I need to figure out
No.
what the chances
He's
are of
giving
it
you your
actually blowing up.
explosives.
Because you.
Oh, I give it back.
Wait, there will be consequences to this stuff?
There's consequences for my actions?
Double
No.
that to structures?
Anything else you guys need to take care of tonight? Nope. Okay, well, that being said, I feel like this is a good place to call this particular arc of the story done and to finish up for the night. That did not go at all the way I expected it to, but then again,
Curious
it
about
never
what
does.
would happen.
So, I hope you guys
We have maintained our
enjoyed
streak of 8 sessions. no
that
combat.
little bit of tomfoolery, and we are so very glad that you guys were with us tonight. We will be back for the next episode of the Glassbreakers Guild next week, same time, 6:30 Mountain Time, assuming all goes well. If it doesn't, we will post something onto our Discord server. So be sure you are checking that out so that you'll always know what we're doing. We use it primarily to let you guys know what the schedule is, which is currently a pre-recorded session of something that we've done on Sundays. There are 3 different storylines that we're working our way through there. We've got Delirium's Domain, which Danny is running. We've got our Western, Derringers and Desperados, which is DM'd by Braden. And we've got a World of Darkness campaign, which Lance is running.
This one.
Turn off the power strip.
Are you guys okay over there?
I was having trouble unplugging the power cord for my laptop, and
Yeah.
Danny is apparently hungry.
Okay. But Sundays we dedicate to our pre-recorded streams. Monday nights typically will be our live streams, but all of those details can be found on our Discord server, so be sure you are checking that out. If you want to rewatch this or watch anything else that we've put together video-wise, you can also go out to our YouTube channel, hit like and subscribe once you get there if you haven't already. Make sure you turn on your notifications, and you'll always know when we put new content out for you guys to peruse. There's a lot of stuff out there, hundreds of hours, literally, of us playing D&D, of us playing things that are not D&D, of us talking about D&D, lots of different stuff. So just go, and if you're curious, go out and check that out. I think that's going to do it for us here tonight. Hope you guys had fun. Be sure you come back and see us again next week. And remember, until then,
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. On our way out, I'm going to see who we've got available to raid. So stand by, and we'll see who we're going to go visit.
Lost Caravan RPGs.
Intelligent.
The whole role
Okay,
play is
this
up.
was not our fault.
If he had just made
Didn't say it was your fault.
try and eat us right away, wouldn't have been a problem.
If
I'm fine about it.
and now I can't cook the box I
don't
have.
know. These are all random people. Hit points not
No, now we're just gonna
required.
flip.
I love that name. So let's.
Now I can't.
And it's a charity stream, so we're gonna go over and raid. Hit points not required, I think. So stand by and go with us out there.
Stand by. This
Oh wait, no, they're on a
ready
pause.
to
We're not gonna. We're not gonna
kidding.
raid them. We're just kidding. Fable 42. Let's do that.
No, we don't.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.